After one of them right there, and Team USA is on the board. Mike Trout at the plate. Here's the 3-1 delivery, and that one's going to be a base hit into right center field.
Maybe more than that.
Trout's got a double. And may have broken the bat, but he gets a base hit.
Well, the man they called Tiny has been an offensive machine.
And it's going for a home run. Nick Castellanos, a 3-run shot.
No, it didn't take Javier Baez long to put his stamp on the Futures game. A 2-run extra base hit for Kyle Schwarber, who's into third. It's 3-1 Americans.
Peter Alonso cranks this one to left, and that is way gone.
And welcome to Georgia, home of the 2025 All-Star Week and the 2025 All-Star Futures Game, a big battle between the American League and the National League right here at Truist Park, home of the Atlanta Braves. They saw a 2021 World Series championship right here on this field, and these two young squads will be managed by some guys who also know how to bring home that Commissioner's Trophy. We've got a few that are returning. We'll break them all down for you, some new faces as well, but the best of minor league baseball has come from all around the country to face off with each other here today. Welcome in, everybody. Melanie Newman alongside Yonder Alonso, Jonathan Mayo, and we'll be joined by Sandy Charles momentarily. But guys, this is what it's all about. This is when they get to have fun. We know they want to win, but it's not really about winning. It's just showing I'm the top 1% of even the 1% that make it to the minors. We've got two in particular, though, #1 prospects that we're going to get to see flash some infield leather today. And I want to start with you because the Rangers are bringing in Sebastian Walcott, and everything is 70-grade arm and still potential to get better.
He's 19 years old playing in Double-A, and he's gotten bigger. He played in this game a year ago. He's more physically mature. It's a 70 arm. He may have 70 raw power to go with that. He's an aggressive hitter. He can run. He can play shortstop. And he really can do all of the things very, very well. And this is what this game is all about. For a guy who has 5 tools to have the chance to show all 5 of them on the field at one time. Out of the Bahamas, still only a teenager for all of this year. It's not like he's turning 20 anytime soon. And I know Yonder, there's another teenage infielder that you have your eyes on.
Yeah, I think for me is Leo DeVries. This guy is unbelievable, just 19 years old, currently in high A. He's the #1 prospect for the San Diego Padres, #3 all around. Look, I talked to Chris Kemp. He's the vice president of amateur scouting and draft, and he's like, this guy is as good as it gets. They're so excited to have him. They think obviously the ceiling is very high. He's as explosive as Jose Ramirez. But I asked actually Leo DeVries, I said, who's your favorite player? He said, Manny Machado. I said, hold on a second. I called Manny. I asked him, what do you got on Leo? He says, he's special. They want him right now in the big leagues, but they know it takes some time. This guy has been playing as a 13-year-old with seniors, right? With guys that were 20, 22 years old down in the Dominican Republic. So he's definitely ready for the limelight.
Well, and Yonder, for you, especially having played in this game, you know what an honor it is. We have so much to talk about throughout this Futures game. Now, earlier this morning, action's been here all day long at the field. Jacob Lombard was in the high school home run derby, but he said the real reason we're here is for my brother, George Lombard Jr. in the Futures game tonight, and he's in the dugout with Sandy Charles.
Thanks, Melanie. George, what's it mean for you to be here representing the Yankees at the Futures game?
It's awesome. It's an honor. I mean, being able to get here, represent that logo, represent the Yankees, obviously represent all the guys I played with, the coaches that have helped me. It's an awesome experience, and then just getting to be around these guys, learn from them, have the experience here, and yeah, I'm really excited for it, and it's going to be great.
You grew up around the game. Your dad, now a coach in the league. How has that helped shape you as a player on and off the field?
So much. I mean, more than I can even put into words. Just since I can remember, just being around the clubhouse, being around the game, talking baseball, learning the lifestyle, what it takes, the work. Yeah, he's always pushed me to be better every single day, and I'm really grateful for it. Yeah, he's made me into the person I am today.
Last one, you're no stranger. You've played in this park as part of Hank Aaron Invitational, which is part of MLB Develops. How did MLB Develops help your game?
So much. I mean, I still remember it like it was yesterday, playing here for the Hank Aaron final, and yeah, it was a great experience just getting to know some of those guys, getting to learn from that coaching staff. I mean, bunch of great big leaguers, Hall of Famers, and yeah, I still keep in touch with a bunch of the guys that I met there, and it was an amazing experience.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good luck today. Melanie, back up to you.
Well, this is where it's so exciting. You get those major league bloodlines, and you have some guys making a name for themselves here today. It's the 2025 All-Star Futures Game. When we come back, lineups, first pitch, and more from Truist.
Hands-free Skechers slip-ins now come in Glide Step Max cushioning. This actually gave me an idea to combine all my favorite sports into one. White Eddie, shot! Carpath only. Try Glide Step Max cushioning hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Nearly home. Whodunit?
We're looking for a house closer to everything, but we don't know where to start.
Find it with Realtor.com. With Real Commute, it's easy to find a home closer to what's ever close to your heart. Do y'all recycle? Realtor.com.
Turn on baseball's national pregame show. MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
You know the top 3 are getting there.
First take from the players.
My mechanics are nice, efficient, and repeatable.
And the first of many breakdowns every game night. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays on MLB Network.
Lights, camera, swagger. Baseball's best to ride in style.
We got Paul Skeens, Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge are the man.
As All-Star Week rolls out the red carpet for the Midsummer Classic.
Everywhere you go, I think it should match the city, match the vibe.
It's a red carpet vibe you don't want to miss. And it's only on MLB Network. The All-Star Red Carpet Show, presented by Deer Park. Tuesday, live at 2 Eastern.
Really wanted to say congratulations to everyone. It's a tremendous honor. Some of these, some of you guys have played in it before, so you kind of know what it's about. I want you guys to have as much fun as you possibly can. You have a great opportunity. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Strut your stuff.
Again, I'm happy to be here today to manage this team. We got a great staff for you guys, real good staff for you guys. One thing I just require that you hustle in and on the field. Like Jerry said, let's go get them.
Oh, we love to see it. These guys getting them hyped up. Here's your American League starting lineup. You just heard from the skipper, Marquise Grissom. Max Clark is back for another year. He's got the leadoff spot. Braden Montgomery, C.J. Kafis, Justin Garcia in right field. Harry Ford is catching. Josue Briseño, the designated hitter. Sebastian Walcott, who you took a look at earlier today. Kevin McGonigal and George Lombard Jr., the second baseman, will round things out for this American League squad. So we get a look at Clark here as he's awaiting to take his first hacks at Truist Park. He was really excited to come here. And as we said earlier, we've got Marquise Grissom, his manager, and he's joining us live in the dugout to get this thing kicked off. And Gris, for you to get a guy like Clark in his second year doing this, does that give you a little boost to put him in that leadoff spot?
Oh, absolutely. Seen a little bit last year, but just to get a chance to watch it up close for myself today in batting practice and on defense, it's going to be some kind of player.
Marquise, I wanted to ask you, you got to see these guys take BP, so you probably have a little better feel for them. Do you feel a little more comfortable knowing what you're putting up 1 through 9 here now?
Well, I think all these guys, first thing I did was, look at their numbers, what kind of numbers they had. So I kind of went off that a little bit. And each and every last one of them got pretty good numbers to start out the first half of the season. And I think I can put any guy anywhere in that lineup and they'll produce.
Hey, Marquise, 2 minutes before first pitch, how much fun is watching these young guys get ready before the game with the handshakes and just kind of getting those juices flowing right before the first pitch?
It was just exciting for me to see that. I know how I was as a player, getting ready to start the game and all the energy that I had that I wanted to release before the game. These guys, they're pumped up and they're ready to go. And I'm not expecting anything less for them to go out there and compete at the top level that they can. But again, we're going up against the other top 25 guys that's supposed to be the future stars of the game as well. So it's good competition. Good practice this morning, and I'm just looking for these guys to show me what they can do.
So we'll get Max Clark and J.R. Ritchie, who's set here. Ritchie is a Braves prospect. Now, we've heard there's a little bit of a rivalry between you and Chipper Jones. He said it's nothing that's too serious, but it's one all the same. Now, I'm gonna let you know something, Marquise. We know you did your lineup 3 times, but I think you've already got the first point because Chipper did his 6.
Yes, it's tough. Look, I had Jerry Manuel there to support me, give me a few pointers on lefties and righties and all that kind of stuff. But that getting this whole thing together is a lot more work than I bargained for. But we got it done. And again, you know, Chipper is a competitor and I'm a competitor. And we've been at it early in our career. I was with the Expos, and I remember being on those backfields, and Atlanta Braves always had the stadium. I didn't like that at all. So we kind of had a thing for the Braves. But you know what? It was good, friendly competition and competing, and I think we all got better from it.
I just want to know if Jerry Manuel, after the first home run, is going to go out there at home plate like he did in the World Baseball Classic. Let everybody know how to celebrate. I mean, because he was hyped doing that World Baseball Classic.
Well, that WBC was hype. You know, it was all that and some. I had a chance to watch it, and I told myself if I get a chance to go next year, I think that's something I'm gonna try to attend. But it was live, the music, the fans was unbelievable, especially down in Miami. You know, it's a different type of atmosphere, a different type of ball game.
I love that you have had so much to do. You've worked with player development. We know your career with the Braves, and you still have a bucket list of things you want to experience. What else is on there?
Oh, I want to actually go to every stadium, every new stadium that's being built in the last couple of years that I didn't get a chance to play in, and just do that road trip, call it a road trip.
All right.
And that pregame spread, I want to do all of that stuff. I also want to do it in the NFL as well, but baseball is just something we love to do. And it gave me a great living and meet a lot of people, a lot of travel around the world, and it took me to that next level of my life. So I owe it to the game, and I'm always giving back to the game.
We love it. We love it. We'll take a look here again. We mentioned J.R. Ritchie coming in as a product of the Braves. Very excited about what he's put together so far here. And you take a look at the numbers, coming in with a 235, moving up to AA.
Which is very good. He had Tommy John surgery pretty early on the first full season. So the fact that he's been able to kind of get to the level where he probably would have gotten to had he not gotten hurt, an early pick, a comp round pick out of high school from the Pacific Northwest. We've seen all 3 of his pitches, fastball, slider, changer, with Max Clark working out that really good walk.
And he works ahead here of Braden Montgomery. So we've got Clark on board at first base in a stadium that, much like Grissom, he's always been excited to actually be a part of, to be on the field, to get a feel for what it's like. 97. Paint it, see you later. Braden Montgomery sets out. Hey, Chris, you want to step in that box?
Nah, I don't think so. I think that might have been 96, 97 right there. And,
you're spot on.
That was some gas right there. Good pitch, too, good location. It's all about that location, too.
Now, Marquise, do your guys have the green light? Are we going to see Max Clark run here?
Well, self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh!
Yeah, I thought he should have been gone a couple of pitches ago.
but did we not see that, how good that speed was? How crazy was that speed right there? I mean...
he's an aggressive runner. It's probably 70 grade pure speed.
Wow.
Yeah, he has a chance to be a pretty good base stealer. My first time really seeing him face to face, but he got pretty good instincts on the base just from seeing those 2 jumps he got over at first base. But yeah, we don't have any holds on the guys today. We no hit and run. We're not bunting. We're letting those guys go out and display their talent and show us what they can do.
We know Clark already with 12 stolen bases on the minor league season before coming in today as C.J. Kayfus takes a first strike.
I remember watching C.J. Kayfus down University of Miami. He's always hit from his freshman year all the way through his junior year. And he's continuing to do that. Jameo, it's like he gets called up. There's not really that much of a position, but he just hits.
No, he's making it very hard for the Guardians because guys who hit find their way into lineups, right, at every level. And every time he gets moved up, he just keeps hitting. He keeps figuring out the pitching. A really advanced hitter.
On the ground to first, Condon is there. And the tag applied. Clark moves up, but there's 2 away.
Put a good swing on it.
Stenson Garcia with a strike.
It's late, right? It's got ride, it's got sink, but it's late.
He misses a good amount of bats. I mean, he's thrown a little bit harder than he's averaged around 94 this year, but he misses more bats than you would think because he's not throwing 100, but he's been 95, 96 here.
I'm more impressed how he's able to kind of repeat his delivery, right? Yeah. You would think you would be here at the Futures game, all amped up, right? Throw some ball.
Your home ballpark? No.
Your home ballpark.
Staying with what he does.
He's got 2 outs, still trying to keep Clark at third and off the board. That's outside. What I love about this kid is everybody has their own different story, and for JR, grew up taking the ferry over from his home in Bainbridge Island by himself as a young kid, and then would walk through Seattle over to watch the Mariners and just go to games by himself, and was just this little sponge, and it was just such a great environment for him. And we've got Marquise Grissom with us down in the dugout for the American League. His guy's trying to be the first to get a run here, looking for Garcia to extend this inning against Richie. And down low. Marquise, what are you seeing right now with Garcia working ahead?
Well, I watched BP. He had a great approach, hit the ball up the middle of the way, real good power. Then when he pulled the ball, he had a little top spin. He's staying behind the ball. Yeah, pretty good pitch. Battled on that one. The ball probably ran in a little bit on him, but that's tough, 96, 97 miles an hour.
I mean, this is a heavy sinker right at the hands. He's got that Charlie Morton, like, heavy sink and run, right? It's like it starts middle of the plate and it just rides the right-handed hitters. Tough to bear.
We just got to make him get it down. Get a good pitch to hit. We got a full count here.
He trusts his secondary stuff, though, so it's not guaranteed fastball right here. Now, maybe in this setting, Futures game, he'll come with the heater, but.
Richie with 2 outs. 3-2 to Garcia. And he sets him down. Another strikeout for J.R. Ritchie, pushing the heat. Grissom, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way.
Yeah, thank you. No problem.
In music, a hit can define a generation. In baseball, the right hit on draft night can change a franchise.
Top tank for Mike Trout.
The MLB Draft presented by Nike, Sunday at 7 Eastern on MLB Network.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. This isn't just a restoration, it's a revival, because you know there's value in making space for your people. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Here on the internet, you can pretend to be anything.
Like a medical professional.
Or a skilled electrician.
Don't trust the unfiltered internet. Angie has 30 years of experience finding the best pros.
Angie, job's done well.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Dad, come on, let's go.
I'm working on it.
From watching her first hockey game to playing in one. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit and rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
Wish you could apply for a credit card that won't ding your credit if you're declined? With your big financial friend, you can. With Experian's No Ding Decline. Get the Experian app now.
Experian.
remember I got my first turtle box. I thought this was the best present I've ever gotten. As soon as I turned it on, I was like, this thing slaps, this thing bangs. It's got good bass, turned it all the way up. It's an essential for what I do as a professional athlete.
All right, we've got the other side of things here. It's time for the National League. J.J. Weatherholt is the leadoff. He will be the DH to start. You've got Connor Griffin at shortstop. Owen Casey, his second consecutive trip here. Of course, the big guy, Charlie Condon, comes back home to Georgia. And we'll round out the rest of the lineup here with the National League All-Stars who are set by their manager, Chipper Jones. We've got him down in the dugout. Chipper, you're feeling a little nervous earlier. How are we doing now?
Now that we got the first top half of the inning and we got a clean inning out of our pitcher, I'm feeling a little better about things. It's kind of cooled the nerves down a little bit.
How cool of a moment was it, Chipper, to see a guy like J.R. Ritchie from the Braves organization getting the start here and being able to put up that 0?
Well, he deserves it. You know, we're trying to give some of these Georgia kids
out towards the left. It's going to split the defense here. Looking for extra bases. J.J. Weatherholt with the bang. Thinking about 3, but you'll take a leadoff double all day long.
This kid's a player. That's why I wanted him at the top of the lineup. He hangs in there lefty on lefty. I think you're going to see him starting in St. Louis here pretty soon.
Yeah, just made it up to AAA. I think that's a good call. Good piece of hitting right there.
I mean, left on left slider, staying on it right there. Ooh, that was nice.
I mean, we'll usually give a manager credit for pushing buttons late in games and making changes, but your lineup already looks like a work of art. We've got one right back to third base here, and he connects with Kafis for the first out.
Come out! Little hint of Walcott's 70 arm right there. He didn't have to really let it loose.
Yeah, but you can tell it's there, right? It's got that life to it, little ride.
We got one of the best down on the field to judge how those play out here. Foul ball out to left. 0-1 for Owen Casey. So we'll take a look at the starting pitcher here, Parker Messick. Again, second round out of FSU. Grew up in Plant City, Florida. 12th prospect for the Guardians.
He's kind of a funky delivery, more feel for pitching, mixing his pitches, keeping hitters uncomfortable, which makes what Weatherholt, what he was able to do even more impressive, because it does not look like a comfortable at bat for a left-handed hitter, because you don't really see the ball coming out of his arm.
Well, and Cleveland being one of those few teams that we've seen, I mean, they just churn out pitching. It's one of the things that they're best at. And Chipper, for you, I mean, this guy's from Florida. You've been down and around that circuit for so long. We talk about some of these other bigger states, but Florida really holds their own with baseball talent.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Florida's always been a hotbed. It's starting to move up into Georgia now with some of the travel ball teams here. I got kids that are coaching travel ball teams. So, yeah, baseball is there's a wealth of talent down here in the Southeast, and, Florida's no exception.
Now, you mentioned you've got some of your boys here today. It's their first time getting to see you in a uniform. So how are they feeling about today? How's their baseball coming along?
I told them, I said, this uniform fits a little tighter than it did about 13 years ago. But it was good that we got this.
We're getting an ABS right here.
Paul's a strike. I don't know. Did that catch the corner?
We've got automated balls and strikes system powered by T-Mobile 5G.
That's a pretty good eye there, folks.
Right.
I think I might have been swinging at that one.
Hi there.
At least he would have been on the right side of the box, though.
How many more hits are you adding to your career if you have ABS, Chipper?
A few more. A few more walks as well. Used to get, when you got the Eric Greggs of the world and people like that with the really wide zones. But hey, we knew who the hitters umpires were and the pitchers umpires were, and you know, obviously when they were a pitchers umpire and a little wider, you better get the bat off your back and swing it, be aggressive.
On the ground, back towards third. Again, Walcott flashing, but a little traffic jam at second base.
Go get it. Do I need to get thrown out of the game right here, guys?
Get it.
No. If you're going to do it when your mic is live. That's good TV.
Bobby Cox would be very proud.
Yeah. Well, he had a whole season's worth of ejections, so I got to see quite a few of them.
I wanted to see if you were going to Bobby Cox and put on cleats to manage today.
Yeah, my back can't stand to be wearing spikes. I got to wear rubber spikes whenever I'm playing golf as well. So it's yeah. This infield could get hard, you know, once it gets baked out. Spikes are rough on you. But
hey, how was it with the boys? Mark DeRosa, Jones, Tim Huddy.
Yeah.
Before the game, I mean, did you feel like, all right, it's time, it's game time?
Yeah, it was great to see these guys again. You know, I don't get to hang out with them much, but to put the uniform back on, to be in, you know, the clubhouse and just telling old war stories and whatnot, it was just, we had so much fun.
It's absolutely incredible. Again, we've got some Braves legends on both sides here. And a flying bat.
Some sticky stuff.
Man, I talked to a couple of the people in Dodger Blue, and they love Hope. I mean, they think he's going to be as special as he gets.
He has probably as much ceiling as anyone in that system, and it's a really good system, including Josue DePaula, who's also here, but he's very, very young, but he's one of those kind of players where you don't want to limit where you think he could end up being once he's a fully formed player.
Go ahead.
Oh, and a tough one there. Again, you're seeing some of the best pitching. So both of these half innings ending on some strikeouts. Marquise Grissom, Chipper Jones, breaking it down with us here at Truist.
Here, we're going to play a video and have you.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
A dream is a wish your heart makes. And if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo? Get all the channels you want, with all the entertainment you love, for the price that cable can't beat. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Here on the internet, you can pretend to be anything.
Like an elderly man's bank.
Or an expert plumber.
Don't trust the unfiltered internet. Angie has 30 years of experience finding the best pros.
Angie, job's done well.
Peroni Nastro Azzurro. Crisp, refreshing, and brewed with Italian style. Live every moment. Peroni Nastro Azzurro.
Coverage of the 2025 MLB Draft presented by Nike begins tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern live on MLB Network. Watch every pick from the first round as the game's future stars take the stage. Full coverage starts at 5 p.m. Eastern only on MLB Network. Welcome back here to Truist Park. Melanie Newman, Jonathan Mayo, and Yonder Alonso with you. Sandy Charles is down on the field. Harry Ford will lead things off against the new pitcher, Jonah Tong, coming from the Mets. J.R. Ritchie done an inning of work, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Not a bad start to the day, and he gets the Brit.
Ball's down. Yep, right here.
Tong is just funky, over-the-top delivery. Gets sort of Tim Lincecum vibes.
American League teammate.
As we get
another ABS here.
Challenge right here.
Automated balls and strike system powered by T-Mobile.
Call's overturned. National League still has 2 challenges remaining.
There you go, National League with 2 challenges remaining. This is so fascinating to watch that this is the discussion of what could come in the future of the sport. You've got Charlie Welling, the home plate umpire. He's the crew chief, and he currently works in AAA. Elliot Melton for AA at first base, Brian Van Vranken, AAA at second base, and Jared Daverson at third base, and he's in AA. These umpires have to work up just like the players do. So an equally big deal for them.
Absolutely.
Ford foul to the right.
You look at Harry Ford and you look at his numbers throughout every league. He's played every league, from rookie ball all the way through. One thing's for certain, though, he controls the strike zone very well.
Always has. The rest of the offensive game has started to catch up this year. He's swinging the bat. I talked to him during batting practice yonder, and it's mostly been a mental thing. He's not just trying to internalize as much as he used to and kind of keeping it out. And he's been in kind of a groove all year. The kind of numbers that people were expecting of him as a first rounder. But listen, high school catchers, it's really hard because almost as risky as the high school right-handed pitcher demographic, because there's so much he has to learn behind the plate while also swinging the bat.
Well, you got Kyle Riley in Seattle. I know, we're obviously at the Futures game, but you got to know who's in front of you.
Sure.
He's a guy with great speed, right? So they can kind of use him in many spots,
It's
perhaps.
interesting. They started having him play some outfield last year, and I don't think he's done that this year. They want him to keep developing behind the plate because the glove was behind the bat. I think he is a good enough athlete that if they need him to go out to right field, he would be able to do it.
It's beautiful. He's 0-2 count to a 3-2 count.
Yep.
This is who he is.
And then Jonah Tong is a guy who tends to be around the strike zone a lot. So this is a good battle here.
3-2, and it's Tong who wins out the battle with Harry Ford in his return home to Atlanta. Another strikeout for the National League side.
That's just not fair, Melanie. We're at a Futures game, and you're 94-97 and 3-2 hook. I mean, take a look at this. See ya. This
true curveball.
3-2 is the last thing you're thinking. It's a true 12-6 curveball. Not fun.
You watch Tong's delivery here. I can't imagine that you don't see too many guys who come from that high of a slot. And it's not as bad as it was. He was starting to get almost too exaggerated, like bending himself over. He gets some Tim Lincecum comps because of the unusualness. He's not that big, and he generates more power than you would think. But it's really all about using 4 pitches and mixing them in and out, and he'll use all 4 quadrants. Really smart pitcher on him.
Well, and to Yonder's point there, you don't want to step in and face it. This has to feel, as a hitter, as exciting as it is, the fact that you're probably getting a new pitcher every inning, if not even more frequently than that. So you watch J.R. Ritchie and you go, all right, I don't like it because it's nasty, but maybe I've got a shot. Well, he's done with the inning, so now you have to see another guy who's also gross in a completely different way.
Dominating the Eastern League right now.
Yeah, I'd say.
Well, I talked to Jose Briseño. He's a guy that caught my eye. And Brian Pena, he's with the Detroit Tigers. He texted me right now. He says how exceptional talent this guy is. His commitment and work ethic really sets him apart. It tells you when managers and front offices are texting people how great this kid is what sets him apart from everybody else. And in the box, you can tell, right? Like, he's a presence. He's not just, hey, I'm going to try to put the ball in play. No. I want to make a presence out here, too, when I'm in the box.
I saw him in the Arizona Fall League last year, and he just constantly did damage. I think the only question is where he plays defensively. He is a catcher. I said during the Fall League I would probably not catch him ever again because he hits the ball that hard.
Oh my goodness.
You're going to get your head taken off there.
Oh my. That's an absolute rocket.
So he'll have some laughs, but ultimately he'll head back, and no worse for the wear is Jonah Tong, who will stay on the mound. Head still attached.
Head barely still attached.
Oh!
That sounded loud coming off. And that's what he did all Fall League long, and he's had some injuries. So I would just let him play first base and get him to the big leagues.
I mean, that was a short swing, right? Just
for a guy
direct
that size.
for a guy that big.
So here's Sebastian Walcott again. We got to talk about him in the pregame. Now it is interesting because he's batting .239 right now, but being in the Texas League, depending on how long he's there, you go to a place like Midland, your numbers might skyrocket 100 points in a weekend with the way that the ball tends to travel there. So curious to see. And you said it, he has a buildable profile. It can just continue to get bigger.
I am not worried at all about Sebastian Walcott's numbers. There's a handful of guys here who could be a future #1 prospect if he doesn't get to the big leagues and graduate. He has every tool, and he is so young. He moved very quickly. He got to AA last year and looked very good in the snippet. He's going to figure out the level, whether it's before the end of the year and he gets moved up, or even if he spends all year in AA. He'll still only be 20 for all of the 2026 season. So I'm not really worried at all.
5 years younger than the average AA player. And he's a guy, when you walk in a clubhouse, okay, he's different, right? Like the size and when you talk to him, the maturity. He's definitely, when he takes on the field, he wants to be the best player on the field.
Goodness gracious, if that doesn't ever sound good. But not good enough here. Infield wraps it up for the National League side of things. We're scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second here in the All-Star Futures game.
This place ain't big enough for the three of us. Like y'all got a case of the zoomies.
Reba.
Have y'all seen the real view maps on Realtor.com? You can easily compare homes by lot size. Who wants to find their dream house? Realtor.com.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal, but you use the Car Gurus app. That's a price drop alert, so the deals come to you. Oops. Big deals right when you need them. Car Gurus. Download the app today.
For pain in multiple spots like here, here, or here, Salonpas patches stick firmly and remove comfortably once your pain is gone. Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Cubs, Yankees. And it is gone! Unbelievable! Oh my goodness, he caught it!
He's on the track and see ya!
Cubs, Yankees, MLB Network Sunday afternoon baseball at 1:30 Eastern.
The journey. It starts here. On the fields where dreams begin. The fundamentals today, the possibilities of tomorrow. Pitch, hit, and run. Scan the QR code to sign up today.
Catch up on all the baseball action with a triple play. Kevin Millar, Ryan Dempster, and Sierra Santos. 3 hosts joined by baseball's biggest stars for the best interview in baseball. Intentional Talk. Weekdays only on MLB Network. In music, a hit can define a generation. In baseball, the right hit on draft night can change a franchise.
He is Mr. November.
The MLB Draft presented by Nike. Sunday at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
And we are back here at the Futures game. Still no score in this one. Parker Messick is done 1 inning, a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. So just about everything that you could think of as Durangelo Sanchez takes over on the mound. It's Jesus Made at the plate. This was somebody in particular that Chipper Jones was very excited to see this weekend.
Switch hitter, that was the big reason. It's
a little biased.
It's such a quick bat from both sides of the plate. He can really defend. The Brewers have something cooking in their system as we take a look at Sanchez, who I'm hoping we're going to see throw with both arms here.
Well, so this is Yonder. What do you do when a switch hitter faces a switch pitcher? It's like rock, paper, scissors. You just keep switching sides?
Rock, paper, scissors. But I think when you start an at-bat, right, you've got to stay there. So...
Yes, when and now I'm blanking on. I'm having a senior moment on the switch pitcher who made it to the big leagues. He doesn't have his kind of stuff. It happened in the minors where he faced the switch hitter, and they just kept going back and forth, and so finally now the pitcher, the hitter has to announce this is the way I'm going to hit. And here we're seeing Sanchez. He's got a special glove. He just struck out Made, throwing right-handed. And now here he is. Lefty.
How cool is this? I mean, this guy could be the most important player on a roster in the big leagues. He's two-player guy. And not just a two-player guy. He's 98 from the right. He's got a good slider from the left.
Fly out to left, and the out made.
I think when it's going to become an issue is if it's holding him back. Kind of like a guy who was a switch hitter, and maybe we should take one side away, or a two-way guy. Because right-handed, he's Marcus Stroman-ish. You know, he's smaller, explosive, athletic. He's a big league starter. Left-handed, he's not had the same kind of success, but he's kind of a left-handed specialist reliever. I think it's fantastic, and I think it would be cool to see in the big leagues when a tough lefty comes up just to be able to throw that sweeper in there. But you don't want it to take away from the work he needs to do right-handed to get him to be part of a big league rotation.
We got another hometown kid here, and Lou James Grover from East Point, just south of Atlanta. And he was all amped up today, guys. I asked him, they've got these special red, white, and blue batting gloves that they got for today. A couple of them have custom bats. They're amped because they get to show a little extra personality. You know, it's not just we're playing against the best. It's let's make it a little flashy.
1-2.
I mean, this is impressive for me. And I know we've seen early in this game a lot of good pitching, but to be able to see this, we don't see this every day.
No.
You know, the Shohei Ohtanis of the world, the pitcher-hitter combination, but this, being able to see a guy throw 98 miles an hour from the right side, and then all of a sudden, all right, here we go. We're going lefty on you. We're going to be 92 to 93 with a good slider. Essentially, for a manager, what that does to you and does to a team and a roster configuration is incredible. It's a very important piece if you're the Seattle Mariners, because you're saying, I've got an extra guy in my bullpen.
Goes both. We're never down of either side.
He's available every day.
And that's what he's been doing, by the way.
Tough play for the infield there to back him up. And again, you're just glad that Sanchez again got out of the way. We don't need to keep replicating some buzzers here for the pitchers. But again, he's good, gives the nod, and you'll take it. So you take another look here. I mean, just goes out, and a low pitch. They're going to give it a knock.
How about the base running from Groover? I mean, he was getting down the line.
Yeah. Well, you smell a base hit.
Smell a base hit. Now I'm intrigued here if he's going lefty or righty, because now how do you control the running game, right? That's an important piece. If you're going lefty or righty, it looks like he's going righty.
He's staying right-handed. I think, and what the Mariners have done with him is he's largely started on Saturdays and pitched in relief on Wednesdays. He's not been flipping it around, because I think they want to focus on his routine as a right-handed starter. Letting him throw a pitch or two here is absolutely fantastic, especially for a game like this. But he's not doing that regularly during the season, as this is just his first full season of pro ball after being a first round.
So we asked him in spring training, does it take you any different to warm up? Either the right side or the left side? He said no. It's actually, once I get loose, I get loose. He doesn't really necessarily throw as many pitches on the bullpen. It's more about getting his body right.
A couple foul balls here for Joe Mack.
Special.
I mean, that's what it's just one after another of flooding with another guy who is a special set. And you're getting a really good look at who's to come on the big league side of things here. Whew. Another
and that's why you keep him as a right-hander.
97. Oh, man. Future's bright.
I remember I got my first turtle box. I thought this was the best present I've ever gotten. As soon as I turned it on, I was like, this thing slaps, this thing bangs. It's got a good base, turned it all the way up. It's an essential for what I do as a professional athlete.
What I look for in a contractor is someone who's reliable and skillful.
That's where Angie comes in. With top-rated pros in over 500 categories, Angie can connect you with the right pro for any home project. Find top-rated pros in your area at Angie.com.
Joey?
Yeah. From meeting for coffee
Megan, I love you.
to meeting the family. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit and rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, she came out fighting.
2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on, 5 different medications. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx can save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month, you do the math, the money we're able to save with using GoodRx, we're able to do all these extra activities. She can hit hard, too, for a little skinny thing. So it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Lights, camera, swagger. Baseball's best to ride in style.
We got Paul Skeens, Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge are the man.
As All-Star Week rolls out the red carpet for the Midsummer Classic.
Everywhere you go, I think it should match the city, match the vibe.
It's a red carpet vibe you don't want to miss, and it's only on MLB Network. The All-Star Red Carpet Show, presented by Deer Park. Tuesday, live at 2 Eastern.
All right, still scoreless here at the All-Star Futures game this year. And it has been a showcase for pitchers right now as well. Kevin McGonigal, the shortstop, getting ready for his first at-bat as we kick off the third inning with Thomas White on the mound out of Massachusetts, currently a member of the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. And let me tell you, pitchers love being in the Southern League because that is a nice little haven for arms to really develop some good numbers. As McGonigal fouls the first one off.
Thomas White could put up good numbers in any ballpark or league.
Send to the PCL?
He's just even he could figure that out. I mean, he projectable left-hander. He's big and strong. Live arm from the left side. One of the best left-handed pitching prospects. I mean, against Kevin McGonigal, who I think you make a very strong argument is the best pure hitter in the minor leagues right now. So that was a great matchup.
All right, we've got Sandy Charles, as we said, down on the field doing all the work for us. Sandy, what do you got?
Hey, Melanie, thank you. I'm with Durangelo, who just came off the field. You are fun to watch, pitched from the left side and the right side. How much fun were you having out there today?
I mean, a little bit amped up, just trying to get my breath going a little bit, just trying to slow things down. But I mean, I was just trying to pitch.
It is so rare what you have. How did that come to be that you can pitch from the left and the right?
I mean, obviously, it's go all the way back to my dad. I mean, I want to be like my dad and just trying to mock him and want to be a catcher just like him, but it didn't work out, so I'm a pitcher now. But he helped me a lot, especially trying to throw from the right side because I'm a natural left-handed. And then just sit at home one time and just talk to him that I want to do this, but I want to throw from the right side because I see you throw from the right side, so I want to do the same. And it just go out in the backyard, and one time you just grab a ball, like the screw in the ball, and then we throw the ball in the tire, and then that's the rest is history.
And now from both sides, does it feel completely normal to you?
It probably right now is a little bit not fatigue a little bit, but just because that's the most I ever pitch. But just trying to take care of my body and just trying to do this. So I want to do this at the highest level. So I'm gonna keep working on it, just trying to do it.
Last one, what are you working on the rest of the season?
Rest of the season, just trying to help my team. I mean, we already clinched the playoffs, but just trying to put my team in the best position to win. Or if I can get promoted to AA, that will be good too. But just trying to keep working hard. Don't think about those stuff. Just go out there and do my job.
Thank you so much, Melanie. We'll send it back up to you.
It's interesting here, Sandy, because he just broke down a little bit of what's been going on for him. And George Lombard Jr. here working a full count. He's the 5th in the order to see a 3-2 and make it 4 as he'll go ahead and advance to first, and they'll flip around the lineup.
Nobody out. Yep, futures Bryford Lombard.
Well, without question. He is an exciting player, such amazing polish. He really knows what he's doing out there, on both sides of the ball.
And their dad, George Lombard Sr., and their little brother Jacob in the high school home run derby earlier today. All three of them have a full day's workout routine together.
They think his younger brother's better, but Lombard's futures. There he goes. Was that fun or what?
Appreciate it. Damn, this is hard. I just scraped the fuck out of myself.
It's a dry heat out here. It's
Did you say a dry heat in Atlanta?
Dry. Well, the dirt. I'm saying.
That's the Miami and you calling this dry.
Dirt, dry heat. Yeah, you know, you're in a sandbar somewhere. It's a beautiful day, but you're on a field.
Right.
Field gets dry and you've got to go.
The sun is blaring. Max Clark getting a second at bat.
I like the green light 3-0. Why not?
Oh, they're all swinging 3-0.
Everybody is. You should.
Yes. You see a fastball that you want to hit, especially against a tough lefty.
Yeah, we've heard from both managers. They just want these guys to let it fly today. Play wide out. And, you know, they do add, listen, you're going to start healthy. We want you to end the game healthy, so don't do anything ridiculous. But if you have a chance to steal. If you have a chance to swing, you're going to do it.
These guys want to show out on the biggest stage possible. And they may give good lip service to this being an exhibition and it's fun, but they all compete. They don't know how not to.
Another one back towards the mound. In off the infield. They're not going to get there in time. Now, Lombard does hold at third as Clark runs through, and that's exactly why you bust it every single time.
You smell the hit from Max Clark, and he took off.
Well, especially with his speed, and that's what he does. I don't think you're ever going to see him taking that bat off in terms of the hustle down the line.
Hey, look at this. And all of a sudden now it's first and third with one out, double steals in play. I mean, Max wants to run.
A little tougher with the lefty on the mound, but yeah, I think he's going to figure it out.
So Braden Montgomery with a chance here again. Thomas White trying to avoid first damage of the afternoon.
1-1.
Yonder, how did you kind of make yourself calmer at the plate when you've got this? You've got corners and one out. You want to make sure, though, you're not that second out.
At a futures game? Oh, goodness. You're trying to somewhat make contact. You're trying to somewhat hit the ball over the stadium, not just over the field. But, you know, at the same time, you got to have fun with it and enjoy it. I remember the first time I was in it, Mike Trout was my roommate, right? And Jose Altuve the next year was my locker mate. So it's more about that than anything else.
Oh, of course. And these are guys that you stay in touch with because they did it before.
I love what he's saying right here. I mean, most of these guys haven't faced these pitchers. He's like, hey, he's just a little bit of run outside, not much to it.
Also, I did not know George Lombard Jr. spoke fluent Spanish.
Oh, what do you mean? Miami. Everybody speaks Spanish in Miami.
He's giving you the opportunity.
Claro que sí.
Oh, man, we've got two outs, a runner at second, and a lead for the American League. Braden Montgomery forcing the hand there. Thomas White's best play was to go to first base and bring home the bilingual George Lombard Jr. Give him a little que lo que later. I bet he's feeling pretty good.
See, speaking of Miami, I mean, once again, CJ Kiff is putting together another good at-bat, 3-0.
Yep.
It's just what he does, consistent at-bats.
Now, does it go against his moral fiber to swing at a 3-0 pitch?
You've got to a futures game. Thought I'm going to be texting him.
Good for him.
There we go.
Let it eat. But he works really good at bats. He can really hit. It's a little bit of a weird profile. He's not the biggest guy in the world. It's just like, is it an outfield corner? Is it first base? Will he hit for enough power for first base? But, you know, I think if you're going to hit 320 wherever you are, maybe it's more unconventional, but I think it works.
You hit, they'll find a spot.
Yep.
Right? And in today's day and age, I mean, you see Luis Arias playing first base, so it's not the typical 40 home run guy all the time.
Payoff. And it's high. White will give up another walk here. Again, a lot of 3-ball counts for the American League side to start here. And while you'll put another 2 up, we're going to have a visit out from the dugout.
Yeah, and I think if you're Chipper Jones right now, you're saying, okay, come on, get out of this right now.
Let's try to settle him down a little bit.
Tim Hudson makes his way out.
It's easy to forget how young these guys are in a situation like this. And Thomas White has done a very good job of commanding the baseball this year. It's allowed him to take that next step forward as a premier left-handed pitching prospect, but maybe a little too amped up here.
And it's great to see a guy like Huddy, again, a legend in his own right, just a stacked coaching roster for both sides. But he's also stayed active in the youth game, having a pretty big hand at Auburn University, getting to see young guys. They're going to get Hayden Harris, the other Braves prospect, warming up now in the National League bullpen.
One thing Justin Garcia is wanting to do here is lift the baseball and, right, show the world who the Boston Red Sox have. They think, and there's plenty of raw power. They think he's a 25, 30 home run guy. Once again, Boston Red Sox with an abundance of outfielders. What to do with them?
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see what they end up doing, especially when they decide that he's completely ready. And he has maybe the best nickname in all of minor league baseball.
Password?
Yes.
The password.
The password.
Yeah.
Figuring out how to spell that was tough.
I'm just glad Melanie is the one who's been saying his first name, not me.
Because, the cheat code for that is you write phonetically in your scorebook how you actually say their name. So when I look back at my future scorebook, the names aren't going to be real. They're going to be like, that guy never played in the minors, but it's because it's not spelled, which you hope is not his password, or we've just given away a really big secret for most of his secure information, but maybe we'll take that up with the Woo Sox.
I mean, he leans into it. His bat literally says the password on it, on the barrel.
Out of San Fernando de Apure, Venezuela.
Foul ball.
Most of these guys, first time their families are going to get to see them play.
Right.
It was a special day for Venezuelans, Dominicans, Cubans. It's a lot of times, my first time coming here, I remember my uncle for the first time seeing me in Cuba, right? Playing professionally. Very special day for all these guys.
And now time called here for Joe Stinson Garcia. So for White here, a bit of extensive work so far this afternoon. And another foul ball back here. What you love, though, is, and I want your take on this too, Yonder. Right now we've seen, yes, the Red Sox have kind of fluctuated a little bit in how their season is gone, but you still have those games where you see the power they're capable of, and they have a lineage of those big bashers who came up. You think about the 2004 team and what they've really done since then. Being that guy that can crush is a signature moment.
I got you. Tap your head. Tap your head.
A signature moment indeed, but look, little ABS perhaps. That pitch was a strike.
Yes.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Whatever the moment, make it a cocktail. On the Rocks, bartender-created cocktails.
At Firestone Complete Auto Care, we don't settle for good enough, especially when it's about saving you money, which is why we give you great deals on our tires by price matching any competitor, because that's what you deserve. Call us to book your appointment today.
Off Base is in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Can't get enough baseball? Save $20 on MLB Network today. Scan the QR code to stream up to 15 out-of-market games a week, live on any device. Plus, 24/7 access to MLB Network's award-winning shows, including live game look-ins and exclusive player interviews. And live radio play-by-play from all 30 clubs with MLB At Bat.
Have yourself a night!
For a limited time, get MLB Network Plus At Bat for just $49.99 for an entire year. A $20 savings.
Hall of Famers, Olympic gold medalists, Grammy nominees. They're all bringing their A game to the ATL, the MLB All-Star Celebrity Softball Game, presented by Geico, Monday, 1 Eastern.
And he's off and running! There he goes. Up, and there's the race, right? Up, oh, the bridge! Look at him! It's coming down! It's the bridge!
This is amazing. You just saw it beat the fridge. It's a minor league promotion because, of course, you're going to bring the best when you have the Futures game. Now, that is, of course, a riff off of Beat the Freeze that the Braves have here in Atlanta. And if you guys don't know the back of this, a grounds crew member for the Braves was an Olympic time trial athlete racing against Usain Bolt. Insane speed. So they found out, they said, hey, why don't we have a little race with you? And, of course, it took off after that. Unbelievable. And they have done it ever since, even though he has passed the torch on to the next Freeze. The fridge showing that he might be the next guy to take over. Be a little unexpected. We've got J.J. Weatherholt back up, and this time against Trey Savage.
A little bit different, but you talk about what your Savage brings. I mean, 67 innings, 111 Ks in 16 starts this year. I mean, that is insane.
First round pick from last year. One of the better splitters.
Whew, there it is.
I love when they throw the pitch right as I'm talking about.
There it
Thank
is.
you, Trey Savage.
Just makes you look good. Sebastian Walcott's at third base right now. He's man in the hot corner. I bet you feel pretty good to have you Savage on your team and not the other way around.
Definitely. Most definitely. He's nasty, and he has great stuff. You can see why he was a first rounder. You can see why he's doing so well this season.
We love having you mic'd up with us here. How's everything feeling so far? Do you have any nerves today?
A little bit. When I first came in the clubhouse, meet all the guys, it was nerve-wracking, but it was fun, you know, being alongside all this talent, you know, just having fun. Just having fun, man. That's the main goal right now.
Hey, Sebastian, being now that, you know, big league camp, now playing your first first year here, second full year, what have you learned, and how much fun is it for you kind of developing yourself in the Rangers organization?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, you know, just having a lot of fun and being with those guys and just playing baseball. You know, every time you get to step on the field, it's just a blessing, and I'm just happy to be here.
Take us to this meeting on the mound, Sebastian. Remind people that you're mic'd up, though.
Mic'd up, hot mic.
There we go.
It's like a seasoned professional.
That's
it.
One and done, huh?
All right, we'll be back with more after this pitching change for the American League.
Mom! Yeah? I fell. Okay, there's bandages in the cabinet. I'm bleeding. Grab 2.
Sheba, what cats want.
In a Jurassic world, every Jeep vehicle is Jurassic rated. Experience open-air freedom for all. Unsurpassed towing, no matter what it is. Or a third row to fit in all the adventure. Jeep, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Right now, with Employee Pricing Plus, purchase and get an average of $7,000 below MSRP on select 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee gas models in stock. Hurry, this great offer will become extinct July 31st.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
I can ask, but he's not going to. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big QP, fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Where's my mother gonna... Oh, no. Is this the episode with the breakup? Reba, we can't agree on the house. Y'all need Realtor.com. With over 500,000 new listings every month, you could find the one today. This could be it. Better put a key ring on it. Realtor.com.
Well, tonight at 10 Eastern, the Blue Jays take on the A's live on MLB Network. Don't miss Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Toronto as they face off against Brent Rooker and the Athletics. It's Saturday Night Baseball presented by Traveler Whiskey tonight at 10 Eastern. Melanie Newman, Jonathan Mayo, and Yonder Alonso with you here. Sandy Charles is down on the field. George Clausen is the new pitcher for the American League. Now, this was interesting because there's still some rules to be had here, but as we've said, this really does have an exhibition style to it at times. It seems like they were trying to sort out whether it was a lefty or a righty who was supposed to come in. Trey Savage was just so efficient on a 4-pitch strikeout. We needed a moment for everybody to get together.
That's right. Well, they settled on Clausen, who is all power. I don't think we've seen triple digits yet today, but we might right here. The Angels got him from the Phillies in the Carlos Estevez trade last year. He took a huge step forward. This guy who's always thrown hard and has always struggled with command. And then last year, he took a big step forward in his strike throwing ability, kind of allowed him to move up the charts. He's close to the top of the Angels' top 30 right now, and the command has regressed a little bit, and if he can find it, he's right on that brink of being a top 100 caliber arm.
So he's going to get to continue to warm up here because, again, you don't want to rush these guys. We just said it. They want to start and end this game healthy so they can return back to their organizations. But you look at the breakdown here.
Yeah, it's that four-seamer. We're going to see the four-seamer. I would think will be a lot of four-seamers coming at you, some sliders, but no question about it. It's the 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and that's just who he is. And even just warming up, I mean, the radar is saying 92, 93 miles an hour. I mean, this guy is warming up with everything right now, and this is going to be a lot of fun.
This is going to be a great matchup against Connor Griffin, who is one of the hottest prospects in all of minor league baseball.
Well, and we've still got, by the way, Sebastian Walcott mic'd up down there. They're having a little meeting on the infield.
Hey, Sebastian, what are you guys talking about right now?
We're talking about the stadium and how nice it is.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. First time in Truist Park, one of the nicest ballparks I've ever been in.
We have a feeling you'll be seeing a lot of those.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm on right now.
Hey, listen, don't let the opponent know you're mic'd up. You can let them figure it out for themselves.
Sebastian, I want to remind you played in your home ballpark last year in the Futures game, so maybe this isn't the nicest ballpark you've ever been in.
Yeah, true.
Second.
Globe Life Field is definitely a dream ballpark to play in, especially Texas Rangers.
Well, they're all great, and we're sure you guys have been enjoying being in a big league clubhouse. What's been the best part so far?
Talking to the coaches and learning from them. You know, we've been around all-stars, MVPs, and just soaking in knowledge from them and learning as much as possible.
Anybody leave you a little starstruck?
Dale Murphy. I did not know he was a two-time MVP.
Oh yeah.
I got to increase my ball knowledge.
Well, listen, Dale never got to float in a lazy river, so you've got him beat there. One of the best. Take a look at that big three hanging over the ballpark here. Dale Murphy just crushed baseballs back in the day. We do have to give it the American League side coaching staff more home runs than the National League side.
Oh.
We did have people do the math on that. So we're ready to go here. Connor Griffin is in.
There's 99 right there.
Yep.
Top of the zone.
One out, nobody on. A little squiver here. And a big effort for Ford, just not in time. It's a hit for Connor Griffin. You know you're a good hitter when your pitching coach, Tim Hudson, is obsessed with you. I think that's a great sign. You got a pitcher that just can't get enough.
Definitely a good sign.
I mean, Harry Ford did all he could do, but Connor Griffin has 70 speed, maybe. I mean, it's almost top of the scale.
This is top of the third, right?
Yeah.
Me and you.
I like how Sebastian, he's never played with these guys, but yet still communicating, understanding what's going to happen on a chopper, who's going to take second base. What were you telling him right there? Who's got second base? The shortstop or the second baseman?
The shortstop. He got second base because Lombard's all the way over there in the hole.
There goes. Ford throws.
Oh, he's...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he's off.
Hi, babe.
Had the bag stolen.
Hi, boy. Hi, babe, Kev.
That's why you don't give up on a play, right, Sebastian?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Keep the tag on him.
And Walcott just said McGonigal had him. He was right there and had him. He did. Big threat taken off the base paths in Connor Griffin.
I remember playing with Owen Casey in 2020. And the approach, right, of understanding the strike zone. I know, Mayo.
Don't try to do the math, Sebastian.
Yeah,
this doesn't make any sense.
But, man, he was 17 years old, and I was like, this kid's got such a mature approach for his age. And here he is now.
Right. During the pandemic.
What in the COVID
right?
baseball team
yes.
were you playing on?
All of them.
Pretty much. I mean, it was during 2020 they sent me to the alternate site, and there he was. They had just drafted him, Owen Casey, and it was a thrill to have and just kind of get to know him a little bit.
And now knocking on the door for the Cubs.
Oh, yeah.
Tremendous raw power from the left side of the plate.
Hey, Sebastian, you got some swag on your feet, man. Are those, custom made, or what we got? What we got with the shoes?
Some custom Under Armours, man. Some custom Under Armours, just for the Futures game. I guess when you make it to the Futures game, you get new stuff. So, I'm just happy to have these cleats on my feet. Man.
Okay, so they also sent you a matching sleeve then. Is that what we're looking at here?
Yeah,
I mean, you got it all working.
Yeah. Matching sleeves, matching batting gloves.
Absolutely.
We got to let him stay alert with Charlie Condon up right there. But Sebastian, how's third base feeling for you? I know you're a natural shortstop. During the shift with the lefties up, you were almost back in your natural position, but you've been playing a lot more hot corner this year. How's that been feeling for you?
It's been good. It's been good. Been getting used to third base. Transitioning from shortstop to third base. It's kind of easier because it's less moving around, just more reacting, and been getting kind of used to that. So it's been good.
Who's your favorite player?
Manny Machado.
Okay.
Did you guys arrange that ahead of time, Yandere?
No. I did not.
Good pitch.
Outside for Charlie Condon, the Atlanta product went to UGA. We heard the staff earlier say this was probably the biggest for him, just being a really, really strong Georgia pride guy. And watching him come back to his home state in a ballpark that he saw a few times as a member of the Bulldogs. Chopper back up the middle. And we'll get a little force out to you in the inning. We got Walcott on the mic. Thanks so much for hanging out with us at third base. We're through 3 in Truist.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, keeps getting even better with the all-new Big QP, and all this for just $10.99. With 85% more beef, it makes a quarter-pound burger look tiny and, well, yeah, tiny. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
1 in 3 U.S. consumers have been a victim of identity theft, even when they did all the right things to protect their personal information.
I thought we did enough to keep a nightmare like this from happening.
Even if you take steps to protect your personal information, banks, hospitals, employers, and many government agencies all have your personal information too. And when they're exposed, careful monitoring of your accounts and credit won't be enough.
It's scary when you think about how easily this kind of stuff occurs.
And you might not find out until the damage is almost impossible to fix. LifeLock alerts you to the widest volume of threats others could miss, far beyond what you could possibly monitor on your own. And if you become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed. Plus, all plans include identity theft restoration, guaranteed, or your money back. Call now or go online and use promo code NOW35 to save 35% off an annual plan for your first year. Enroll now.
In music, a hit can define a generation. In baseball, the right hit on draft night can change a franchise.
He is Mr. November.
And while some hits climb the charts to become crowd favorites,
sheer dominance from Scooble.
Others could go from the first round,
The Los Angeles Angels select Michael Trout,
to the first ballot.
Top tank for Mike Trout.
The MLB Draft presented by Nike, Sunday at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
8 power hitters, 3 rounds, 1 champion. Who will take home the title? Submit your picks for the T-Mobile Home Run Derby Pick'em, and you could win $100,000. Restrictions apply. See rules and enter at MLB.com/HRD-Pick'em. Back here at Truist Park, and a reminder, the MLB.TV All-Star 50% off sale is here, now available at the low price of $47.99 through July 13th. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Harry Ford is in, and he fouls off the first pitch. As again, a 1-0 lead here for the American League team. They'd love to build on it a little bit. Out towards the right side, circling out, and a nice little 3-1 play. And this is a really, really cool moment because the kid on the mound is Marquise Grissom Jr., the son of the opposing manager, Marquise Grissom, who got drafted originally as a pitcher. His son gets to do that side of things instead professionally. Man, you got to be a proud dad right now.
Well, I am. You know, all I think about is the work that this kid done put in for the last, I'll say 10 years and bought into being a pitcher. And just to see him grow and develop and, you know, turn into a respectful young man, that what means a lot to me as a dad. But as a coach, I still have to ride him just a little bit to keep him honest and keep him working on his craft because his goal is to get to the big leagues, and he's not there yet, so we got to keep the progress going.
Marquise, I would hope right now you can put the coach aside and just be the dad, even if you're in the opposing dugout.
Yeah, it's so real. And, you know, I'm his biggest fan, and I'll probably be his biggest critic for a while, but we both on the same page. You know, we have those conversations now where, you know, it's not an argument. It's just, we're just having fun talking about the game, and I give him his space to do his thing, too.
Who taught him that changeup? I mean, it is nasty.
Yeah, he worked on it at a young age, and he developed it probably when he was about 14, 15, and you know, became one of his greatest weapons. I still think he threw it a little bit too much, just like there, but that's his out pitch, and that's his goal, and that's his money. So when he get it to get like Devin Williams, I think he'll, you know, be at that level where he can have a little bit more success.
Well, and we've got double mics going here. You've got Sebastian Walcott now mic'd up. He's going to take us through this at-bat.
What are you looking for here, Sebastian?
Fastball. Or anything else.
Jerry, where you at?
All right, back-to-back sliders here, 1-1.
So, going to center.
Okay, center field.
He's out. He's center fielder out in the catcher.
Right now. Now he's going to be in 2 seconds.
Yeah. It's Walcott.
He'll be done.
Yes.
And
you got the infield. You got the infield in right now.
Okay. So White going to third base for Walcott.
That's a real professional fixing his ear pitch. You got the infield in for you here, Sebastian. Make it count.
Culpepper's going to second.
Nothing.
Come on! Try to overthrow that changeup a little bit. So far, though, slider, changeup heavy.
That's all your extra guys.
Top of the zone's got to be something for you right now.
Yes, sir.
High in the center field and playable there. It's enough to tag the runner-up, and the American League brings home another one.
That is professional hitting right there. Sees the RBI at hand opportunity. Great piece of hitting right there.
So Sebastian Walcott all mic'd up off Marquise Grissom Jr. We've got his dad in the dugout with him. And he'll take another run for the team. You double it up 2-0.
After the Briseño triple, which was absolutely
Do a job, man. Do a job.
see, when we put them in all one time, now you determine where you want them to hit.
Yeah.
Who you want to see. You want somebody to get to.
Yeah.
You determine that.
Yeah. That's the first time I did something like that, put that many guys in at one time.
Yeah,
That's 4 guys. I normally just go straight up. Yeah.
It's a lot of baseball wisdom right there between the two of them.
It's unbelievable, again, just the span of Braves talent that you're seeing across generations that are getting a chance to work with these young guys. Kevin McGonigal out towards left field and lifted forward to Paula, who plays it perfectly. And he's retired, but American League takes another run here, 2-0, as we head to the bottom of the 4th and the battle of the Grizzlies.
With e-inspection, Meineke checks mein Auto and sends photos of the parts that need work. There are rarely any surprises. So I added a few. Surprise! I only trust Meineke with Meineke.
I remember I got my first turtle box. I thought this was the best present I've ever gotten. As soon as I turned it on, I was like, this thing slaps, this thing bangs. It's got a good bass, turned it all the way up. It's an essential for what I do as a professional athlete.
Americans, we can do anything we want, except one thing. We just can't stop being American. So get out there, take your swing, rev your engines and let freedom ring, and never, ever, ever stop being American. Nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram.
Right now with Employee Pricing Plus, purchase and get an average of $10,900 below MSRP on 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 models. Hurry in. Offer ends July 31st.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Look at that hottie, the Takis Fuego meal. Wendy's spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis chips and Fuego fries inspired by Takis. So Takis fans, you're welcome. And new Takis fans, good luck. For an intense new take on Takis, gotta be Wendy's.
Is that the scent of hope? Justice?
Citrus.
Super.
Wild caught.
Who?
Alex Tunnel.
Hey, no, that's a dog right there.
Oh, yeah.
Wild caught?
Yo.
That's a dog.
He's a homie.
Nobody out.
Yep.
Check your outfielders, and if you think you can steal it, go ahead.
I thought there were two of them.
Well, and already off the bat here with Hope, a leadoff single. Noah Schultz is the new pitcher out of AAA Charlotte on the mound for the American League team. A 2-0 advance.
Well, that's a good piece of hitting, huh? Turning on that first pitch he sees on a fastball at the top of the zone, left on left, taking it right up the middle.
And it gets on you in a hurry. Noah Schultz is every bit 6'10".
With a sweeping slider.
Yeah, the slider is nasty. He throws it a lot, and for a good reason. Still only 21 years old, making it to AAA.
We should go ahead and note here Noah Schultz, the new pitcher, Enrique Bradfield Jr. in center field for Max Clark.
There's so much to like about Schultz, right? The #1 prospect for the White Sox, but future's so bright for him.
Yeah, top left-handed pitching prospect. He just needs to keep getting stretched out. You know, he threw 88 innings last year, is the most he's ever thrown.
Back off of Schultz, a lot right back to the mound here. No one's going to be able to do anything with it. And so Jesus Monde will be safe here, a pair on for the National League. And it'll bring the go-ahead run to the plate. So again, Carter Jensen is the new catcher. Enrique Bradfield Jr. is in center field. And Lazaro Montez is in right. For Noah Schultz, that's just tough.
Yeah, don't play ball essentially, but now you got the Paula, who's considered to have the best approach in all of baseball. I mean, when you talk to some of the guys in the Dodgers organization, they'll tell you about 80% of the approaches in the big leagues, he's better than them. Like, that's how much they think this guy is. And not only that, but a confidence kid, all the confidence in the world. You talk to him, hey, what do you think about today? Today is going to be a couple barrels. That's what he said to me in batting practice.
I love it.
He's got a couple buddies here that he was getting to chop it up with earlier today. And a beautiful breaking ball strike.
And the biggest thing for Noah Schultz has been strikes. You know, last year, filled up the zone. This year, he's had trouble commanding the baseball, which is why the numbers overall have been inflated, but the stuff is still very exciting.
Powered out towards right field. This one going back towards the wall in the stands.
Let's get it.
Take the lead on a swing, a 3-run shot.
Coño, loco. Fuck! Diablo!
So 7 pitches in trouble for Noah Schultz. The National League couldn't get anything going through the first 3, and they immediately answer off the Jose De Paula swing out to right field. 108 off the bat. Absolutely no doubt. And so he'll come in loud and strong with 97 to Lou James Grover.
And the beauty of it is he threw him a slider that he took, and he just sat on that. That's what we're talking when it comes about a professional approach. It's kind of setting up Schultz to throw it again, because he took it, kind of buckled a little bit, and said, okay, if you throw it again, I'm going to take you deep. And that's exactly what he did.
And he probably knows that Noah Schultz is the kind of guy who will double and triple up on that slider, because it can be really good. But that one got just too much at the plate, and DePaul wasn't going to let it go by.
Wow. What a swing.
3rd home run only that Schultz has given up to a lefty this year.
Woo. Man, oh man.
He got every bit of that one. Heads up to the fans that were sitting out there.
I think the fan made a great catch.
We'll take your word for it. We'll give him credit.
Yeah.
I can't see that far, so I'll go with what you say.
It was a great catch.
Look at, they've got all the gear on. We've got Braves jerseys, Red Sox shirts. Foul ball here for Groover.
I mean, left on left. So he faces 2 lefties. You think, okay, left on left's going to be tough. The number 1 guy for the White Sox. Both of them get on, but one of them hits an absolute bomb, 108 miles an hour off the bat.
That's going to give you a little boost for sure. 2-2 and Groover left side. Picked in a midair throw, but it'll draw him off. So Groover saves single home run, and now another single, this time for the 3rd baseman.
There's just too much speed.
But what about a great name for a hitter, Groover? You're just going to groove him out there?
He was grooving all right. That was a ball. As soon as that ball was hit, it was a hit off the bat. There's not much to it.
No, there was no way that that George Lombard now over at short was going to be able to get to that.
We've got Eduardo Tate now getting his first at-bat out of Panama. So he'll replace Joe Mack. He did come in to catch at the top of the inning.
It's number 7 on our top 10 catchers list, just in an A ball. Now he's facing a AAA pitcher who happens to be a 6'10" lefty. But
so
he's got a good field hit. He's got a ton of raw power.
Yeah, we said this yonder, but when you played this game, how did you feel? Did you match up against guys that were in higher?
Yeah, I think for me it wasn't really a concern where these guys were ranked.
Well, but I mean, even just like, I'm an A-ball guy, this guy's in AAA.
You somewhat knew, but it was like, okay, if I'm here, I can match up with these guys, right? It was that competitive edge that would take over and say, okay, you can be in the big leagues. We're both here, so let's go. I mean, we've got to go at this point. I can't. The game is too fast for you to overthink that, right? You got to go out there and execute, and hopeful that you're prepared and get that opportunity.
Weatherholt here is going to get his 3rd at-bat of the day.
Well, first at-bat was against a lefty, tough lefty, who takes him the other way to left center on a slider. So saying, okay. They think he's going to be in the big leagues sooner rather than later.
Just got to AAA. Super advanced hitter. I mean, he was in conversation to be the number 1 pick in last year's draft.
The beauty of him is watching him take these pitches. I mean, he really wants to drive that ball to left center.
Yeah, he uses the big part of the field all the time.
That's loud, but not quite far enough out towards center field. The catch is made. They'll keep the runner steady at 2nd.
Boy, that was impressive. I mean, to take 97 like that, top of the zone. It's two absolute loud barrels.
And out here we go. Maybe a pitching change here. We won't hold anybody to their word just yet. A mound visit all the same.
I mean, look at this swing. Oh, it's the quickness of the hips. It's the way he throws the barrel. It's impressive. It's pretty.
He finds the barrel all the time. It is such an advanced hitter.
We're going to go to a new arm here for the American League when we come back.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade, Is it in you?
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
With E-Inspection, Meineke checks mein Auto and sends photos of the parts that need work. There are rarely any surprises. So I added a few. Surprise! I only trust Meineke with Meineke.
Selling a car is a big deal. You've had some big moments. Okay, and some wrong turns. But when you're ready to sell, Car Gurus is a big help. Get multiple offers instantly, so you choose the best deal. Car Gurus, the #1 most visited car shopping site.
Get up to $280 off a set of 4 eligible tires during Firestone's Great Big Tire Sale.
I think the perfect tire for the customer is the one that the customer truly needs.
Book now at Firestone Complete Auto Care.
I remember I got my first turtle box. I thought this was the best present I've ever got. As soon as I turned it on, I was like, this thing slaps, this thing bangs. It's got a good bass, turned it all the way up. It's an essential for what I do as a professional athlete.
Well, we're back here at Truist Park, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Now take a look. We gave Yonder credit, giving the fan credit for possibly a home run catch.
We got to reverse the scoring decision.
Yeah, that's why you got to use 2 hands.
Do we have an ABS for catch?
Look at him. He's texting his friends, hey, I'm on TV. There we go.
I can't tell. Is that a Shuckers hat? Because then you're just going to go, shucks.
I have stitch marks on my stomach now. But
Better than to the head. That's all I can say. Connor Griffin stands in, and again, they'll go to a new pitcher here in Alimber Santa.
Hard-throwing Dominican out of Asua. It's 100 miles an hour. He can throw over 100 miles an hour.
Upper 90s. That was his sort of cutter slider right there at 90.
Whew. 2 outs and trying to take care of business. You're going to buzz the tower a little bit.
One thing about, look at Asanta, and it's like, all right, let's not throw us hard so you can control the strike zone and get ahead of hitters.
And that's a little tough when you're young, because you want to throw hard, you know how hard you can throw, but to your point, there's an art in being able to you dial it back a little bit, but then you get that pinpoint, just wherever your catcher is, plant it.
Ouch.
And that's not what you want ever. That's a hit by pitch, and for Connor Griffin, you see a little flex of the hand there right on the wrist. And they're going to send out the training staff.
The entire city of Pittsburgh just flinched.
Again, you want these guys to go right back to their minor league play. And so many tiny little bones in that wrist and your hand. You can see he's clearly in pain there as they feel around on it.
Take a look here. I mean, you hope that it catches the bottom of it where there's, it's that meat, but it's that kind of handmade area.
And he's going to come out of the game. Inside, too.
Ouch.
There's no reason for him to stay in a game like this. I'm sure he wanted to. That was 97.
You need one? Are you good?
Leo Debris.
Oh, your guy.
They're all my guys. Futures game. They'll all be in the big leagues.
So again, as Yonder just said it, Leo DeVries at first base now, pinch running for Connor Griffin after he had 97 to the wrist. We certainly hope he's okay as Owen Casey takes ball 1 here from Santa.
Well, if you're Owen Casey, you are circling in 1 pitch, 1 count, 1 zone, right?
Yeah.
Two on, 2 out.
Oh, that's a good changeup right there.
Santa has all the ingredients to be a short reliever, back end of a bullpen, except for the command piece. And you don't need pinpoint command to be able to do it, but he does need to find a way to throw more strikes in order to do that. And the Astros have been really good at finding pitchers like him that weren't high-end, international signees with great stuff, and you get him to hone in just enough so he can maybe pitch the 8th or 9th inning as opposed to being a 6th or 7th inning kind of guy.
Although not to confuse people today, because this is 7 innings.
Yes, sorry. In a general sense.
Exactly. Casey.
That was the pitch he was looking for.
Yeah, that was it right there. Little baby cutter slider, doesn't do much. Yeah, you can tell he's kind of overthinking that, saying, ooh, that was a pitch to get. Problem is, you haven't seen the 100-mile-an-hour fastball yet. You've seen some good changeups, sliders. You can throw it 2-2 now at the top of the zone.
Deuce is wild here for Santa against Casey. He comes home. Out towards the left. Is it going to drop in for a base hit? It does. Bringing another run for the National League here as Casey arrives with a stand-up double. A little extra insurance here now. Go ahead and make it 4-2.
Man, this is what I've seen since this kid was 17 years old in Owen Casey. It's line to line. It's not trying to do too much. Yes, he'll hit mistakes out of the ballpark, but it's this type of approach that he has. It's a professional approach, a big league approach, to be honest with you, a consistent approach. Getting another mistake, slider there, he didn't miss it. Fouled off the other one, previous one, gets another one.
And he hadn't seen the slower curveball yet, right? So it was amazing that he was able to keep his hands back on a really high spin curve and just flick it the other way.
And strike one to Charlie Condon, the 9th batter of the inning for the National League here. They have really liked what they've seen. Some of these guys certainly settling in. Hope got it all started with the leadoff single off of Noah Schultz.
Chipper Jones was raving about Charlie Condon, right? It was a talk of all of Georgia.
Yeah, well, Golden Spikes Award winner, #2 overall pick in last year's draft. And then during his summer debut, he kind of tried to play through an injured hand, and then he broke his wrist in spring training. So the power numbers aren't there yet. This is a guy who's got maybe 70 in-game power, but it hasn't shown up yet. I think he's still kind of getting the feel in the box.
Well, that is a tough one to get a feel for. Their breaking ball for Santa ends the inning. 9 come up for the National League. They score 4, and it's a 4-2 lead for the Sluggers.
Cubs, Yankees. And it is gone. Unbelievable. Oh, my goodness, he caught it. He's on the track.
Cubs, Yankees, MLB Network Sunday afternoon baseball at 1:30 Eastern.
Peroni Nastro Azzurro. Crisp, refreshing, and brewed with Italian style. Live every moment. Peroni Nastro Azzurro.
I think I like sports now.
No way. The gecko was just spotted down the street.
I've always wanted to meet him. Ever since Geico's 24/7 emergency roadside service got us out of a jam.
Sounds like you got more than just savings, my dudes.
So do we know you?
Oh, I'm just a stranger who loves friendly service and American football.
Okay. Something to drink?
Oh, yes, spot of tea, be lovely. And a root beer with lots of ice.
You know, you kind of look like someone.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My cousin Daryl.
Oh, he does look like Daryl.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network, because they did. But now the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. Some fancy experts finished a network test, and T-Mobile sort of opened a can of whoop-up. T-Mobile's network has the most advanced 5G, with more towers, and their signal reaches further than ever. So you can text and Insta-talk and say, "You won't believe where I am." Seriously, where am I? Hey, I got signal.
Some moments are too big to miss.
This place is going wild.
MLB Tonight brings you closer to the biggest plays and reactions from the moments that matter most.
Good to get that win today, but gotta keep going.
MLB Tonight after the game on MLB Network.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. A little Rocket City Trash Panda astronaut race, and you've got the lead, of course, not only holding a flag, but a selfie cam, because if you're not documenting your first big league race, then what's this all been about for the mascot? As it's a first pitch fastball strike to get things started here to George Lombard Jr. from Trent Harris. We should add, by the way, that change in center field, Slade Caldwell takes over. And in left field, Carson Bench. George puts one right towards bench. That's going to be out of his reach, off of the wall. Lombard wants extras. He'll have it with ease.
Come out! Oh, really nice piece of hitting right there. Little baby cutter at the top of the zone. That's what Lombard does, right? Where's number 2 in his Double-A team?
Talk about having no fear, being in the Yankees organization and wearing number 2.
Heart of the plate, doesn't miss that. That's what Lombard's been doing all the way since his Gulliver high school days. Just hitting barrels.
So here's Carter Jensen. He'll officially take over the at-bat for Max Clark, again, who left off of the field earlier.
You know, when you look at Trent Harris, it's one of my favorite stories. Undrafted, free agent, signs with the Giants in 2023, and here he is at the Futures game. You don't have to be a first rounder to be here at the Futures game.
No
right? You don't have to be a 10th rounder or a third. I mean, you could be an undrafted free agent and still be here at the Futures game. If you've got the stuff, they'll find you. It's just a matter of consistency. I mean, this guy was packing his bags, ready to go, and here he is getting drafted, going back to his 6th year of school. Futures game in Atlanta.
Had Tommy John surgery, slowed him down. Now he's the number 10 prospect in the Giants system. His dad, Greg W. Harris, played in the big leagues, signed for $10,000.
Amazing.
That's the best part about it. That's why we show up, is to see the 6% that make it. In addition, you've got 2 different undrafted free agents, both 26 years old, both pitching here today in the Futures game, and it just continues to drive the spirit. Like you said, you show up and you put yourself out there and you bet on yourself.
Ball's in play, ball's in play.
So you hear it there, ball's in play, so scoop and throw to first from Tate.
Come out!
We've got Sandy downstairs, and she's got more for us.
Yes, thank you, Melanie. I'm with Jose. Paula, the only home run of the game so far. That ball had your name all over it. What'd you see?
I saw all of it. To be honest, I saw early. He threw me one the first time. I was not expecting a slider. I didn't know what he had, but he threw me 3 straight. The first one buckled me. The second one I saw, he threw for a strike. And then the third one, my eyes locked on early and hit it deep.
In the offseason, you work out with Juan Soto and Ellie De La Cruz. What have you learned from them?
Just a lot of stuff on the mental side, because I feel like the physical abilities are always there. Just how to move and just how to go about your season. A lot of mental tips.
What are you going to text them after this game about your home run?
Did you see? You like what you see? I guess. Yeah.
Good job. Congratulations. Melanie, we'll send it up to you.
All right, we've got a fly out to left here for Braden Montgomery, again facing Trent Harris. We also had Sal Stewart is playing at third base now for the National League side. We continue to give these guys their due.
Was not that the greatest, conversation ever? He's saying, yeah, I'm going to text Ellie De La Cruz and Juan Soto. I mean, like, yeah, did you like what you see? Let me just
say this, though. My thing would be, I'm not texting them. They should be texting me, hey, I saw the home run.
To be fair, they might be playing baseball.
That's right.
It's day game. It's fine. You should have him on in the dugout.
Oh, it's
Watch
so
your
great.
Boy. But, I mean, you talk about it. You're training with 2 of the best. Ellie De La Cruz, we've seen the power and hit even. He doesn't sell out to just be power. And we know Juan Soto is more patient than probably anybody on the planet.
There's something about Paula. He's not Juan Soto, and I'm not even trying to say that. But the combination of that confidence without having to always show it in your ability to find the barrel. Right? Juan Soto, first and foremost, was such a great hitter when he was first coming up. And then just the fact that they work out together. You look at the home run there, 108.5 miles per hour.
And that's StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. I mean, just this plays anywhere.
The comparison is simple. I mean, it's another guy the Dodgers had, and that's Alvarez, Jordan Alvarez. I mean, that's who he is. That's who he compares to me. It's the quick approach, the professional approach, the mindset, and then you got the tools, right? Like he said, I saw 3 sliders. The third one, I locked in on it. That, for me, being able to lock in like that, and a guy you've never seen before, the number 1 prospect for the White Sox, and taking him deep like that tells me what the kid has, right? The confidence.
It's not arrogance if you back it up.
On an attempt to back up there for Tate as that one skips over him, and it'll go in as a wild
And that's
pitch.
one thing the Dodgers saw in him. He was in big league camp, and he's like, no, I mean, I can hit with the big boys, right? I want to be in the Mookie Betts batting practice group, the Freddie Freemans. Like, I feel I'm just as good as them. That's special.
CJ Caife is trying to answer back here for the American League as they're starting to churn out some of their guys. Down by 2 now. Payoff. Middle appeal, he went. It's a strikeout for Trent Harris. Allows the leadoff double. George Lombard Jr. left standing as we head to the bottom of the 5th. The NL with a 4-2 comeback.
When Superman is off saving the day, DQ is here with a $7 meal deal. Now with the $2 small Blizzard treat upgrade. Get any small Blizzard treat like our newest menu hero for just $2 more. This summer, save on all your faves at DQ.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
The MLB Network podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network podcast, presented by Chevrolet, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Lights, camera, swagger. Baseball's best to ride in style.
We got Paul Skeens, Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge are the man.
As All-Star Week rolls out the red carpet for the Midsummer Classic.
Everywhere you go, I think it should match the city, match the vibe.
It's a red carpet vibe you don't want to miss, and it's only on MLB Network. The All-Star Red Carpet Show, presented by Deer Park. Tuesday, live at 2 Eastern.
All-Star Week rolls out the red carpet for baseball's best. As the 2025 All-Stars arrive in style, it's a red carpet vibe that's only on MLB Network. The All-Star Red Carpet Show, presented by Deer Park, Tuesday at 2 o'clock Eastern. Slade Caldwell is in at the plate, taking over for Zahir Hope. And came on defensively in the top of the inning in center field as he fouls another one back here. And on the mound, representing the Royals, you've got the lefty Frank Mozzicato.
Not a hard-throwing left-hander, but a guy that depends on command.
Which hasn't always been. Maybe the velocity kind of, although there he's filling up the strike zone so far today. What he can do is spin a curveball. I mean, that was the four-seamer there. At 92, but he can really throw. One of the better curveballs if you see it here. That had some good tail down in the zone.
First pitch fouled off here for Made. And this is where you know, though, that you were got when you take that long look and you even have a half grin on your face staring at the Jumbotron to see your strikeout replay. And you just go, yeah, I have no idea. Give me my next at bat.
This is, for a lot of these players, this is the first time in a big league stadium, big league environment, seeing a screen that big. So it's kind of all comes full circle. You're like, whoa, I can't believe I'm on the mound. Can't believe I'm looking at myself striking out somebody.
1-1, put into the air, center field. This one backs up. Bradfield at the track.
Boy, that looked like Harris in center field, right? For the Braves. Same actions.
He can flat out play center field, and he's just getting back from a hamstring injury. He's at full speed now, but he can really defend. That was fun watching Jesus Made, who makes Sebastian Walcott seem like an old man, turn on a pitch there.
That was easy.
So here's Carson Benj, and to your point, Bradfield Jr. absolutely flies. Also playing the season for a dear friend of his, so just He's got a full plate right now, and I love getting to see Carson Benj, by the way, because his older brother, Garrett Benj, did play for a while in the minor leagues. He was a catcher, but two very different athletes, which I find fascinating.
I think you look at Carson, and you're going to see a guy that his body's going to develop. I think you're going to see more power out of him. Mets should be very happy with this guy.
He's a solid player. You know, I don't know that you'd see him on a given day and be like, wow, he was the best player on the field, but he does everything pretty well. You know, he's got some power. I think you're right. I think more is going to come. He's got a solid approach. He can hit. Added him to our top 100 not that long ago.
Out towards the side again, and they'll retire him here. A clean inning of work. Looking good for Frank Mazzucato and the American League side here as we head to the 6th.
Blue Jays, A's, MLB Network Saturday Night Baseball at 10 Eastern.
Peroni Nastro Azzurro. Crisp, refreshing, and brewed with Italian style. Live every moment. Peroni Nastro Azzurro.
1 in 3 U.S. consumers have been a victim of identity theft, even when they did all the right things to protect their personal information.
I thought we did enough to keep a nightmare like this from happening.
Even if you take steps to protect your personal information, banks, hospitals, employers, and many government agencies all have your personal information too. And when they're exposed, careful monitoring of your accounts and credit won't be enough.
It's scary when you think about how easily this kind of stuff occurs.
And you might not find out until the damage is almost impossible to fix. LifeLock alerts you to the widest volume of threats others could miss, far beyond what you could possibly monitor on your own. And if you become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed. Plus, all plans include identity theft restoration, guaranteed, or your money back. Call now or go online and use promo code NOW35 to save 35% off an annual plan for your first year. Enroll now.
We asked Howie Mandel to describe new hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
They're like little soft puff jackets for your feet. These are like cozy little slippers for the street.
Introducing new hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins. Ultra-comfortable sneakers you just step into with no bending down or touching.
In music, a hit can define a generation. The right hit on draft night can change a franchise. The MLB Draft presented by Nike, Sunday at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Let's get it. I'm sorry for TV, bro, but I said a whole bunch of bad words in Spanish when I hit it. I said, I was like, let's go, but a whole bunch of bad words. I'm sorry. Sorry, ma.
So good. That's to make sure he doesn't get a call from the family after the game.
He probably will get that call either way.
Oh, that's great.
I have a feeling mom's going to call and say apology or not. Lazaro Montes is in and ahead of the count here already for Alex Clemmie on the mound.
Now, Clemmie can throw hard, but struggles with his command a lot. Now, I thought you were going to save the Yordan Alvarez comp for Lazaro Montes.
He's also got that. He's that guy. I think for me, the swing is a little bit more, I wouldn't say out of control, but more fierce, right?
There's more
violent,
yeah.
more aggression. The Paula has the like sweet, smooth, boom, okay, see ya, 108 miles an hour. For Montes, it's a little bit more yet like violent.
Yeah.
But yeah, no question. I mean, the power is there, the approach is there. Out of Havana, Cuba. Come out. He signed out of Cuba by Seattle for $2.5 million. So, they think very highly of this guy. You know what I like about him? You said this earlier. You tell him, hey, I think you're like Yordan Alvarez. And he says, yep, that's good. I like that.
He models his game after Yordan Alvarez. He is a big man.
Payoff from Clemmie, and it's just a little bit down here for the 6'6" arm.
TV doesn't do justice. 6'5" frame. I mean, this guy could play defensive end right now for the Falcons. That's how big this guy is. And you see him in the clubhouse, you say, whoa, who's that? This guy, When he hits a baseball, it's loud.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those references already about, hey, he should probably be down the road at Mercedes-Benz on Sundays. Baseball take him, Enrique Bradfield Jr. First pitch swinging, 4-6-3. Tough double play rolled up there for the NL.
Tough to
that
double
is
up.
not something you see too often. Enrique Bradfield Jr. getting doubled up.
But how smooth was that, right? It was a second baseman, strike to the shortstop, and bullet to the first baseman. Beautiful. Take a look here. I mean, it's the move, it's the quick arm, and then it's just 60 to 70 plus arms coming at you.
Plenty of arm right there.
We've got a mound visit, and it'll be a pitching change for Chipper Jones and the National League side when we come back in the 6th.
Wow, I just posted my job, and ZipRecruiter is on it. It finds active, qualified candidates with the exact skills I'm looking for. I can't believe how I used to do it before. Carl, none of these candidates are qualified. Wrong skills, wrong experience. I don't know where to put this person. This guy was a cat influencer. Now, I'm getting people who are the best fit for my roles.
ZipRecruiter, rated the #1 hiring site. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/TV.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Dad, come on, let's go.
I'm working on it.
From watching her first hockey game to playing in one. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit and rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
Nearly home.
Whodunit?
We're looking for a house closer to everything, but we don't know where to start.
Find it with Realtor.com. With Real Commute, it's easy to find a home closer to what's ever close to your heart. Do y'all recycle? Realtor.com.
At Firestone Complete Auto Care, we don't settle for good enough, especially when it's about saving you money, which is why we give you great deals on our tires by price matching any competitor, because that's what you deserve. Call us to book your appointment today.
My first managerial job, man. You guys are making me look good so far. I could use another couple runs next inning.
I'm with you.
All right, boss.
I love it. Tell me you're a Hall of Famer who had a pretty good bat when you say, listen, I just want a few more runs. If that's okay. Just give me a few more here.
The batter's challenging.
So we've already got a challenge here for Josue Briseño, and Hayden Harris is the next Braves arm. Again, his teammate J.R. Ritchie was the one who started things for the National League.
What do you think? I think he's down a little bit. Just a little down? He's too tall. Down. Fucking big deal. The call is confirmed. American is out of challenges.
No more challenges left for the American League. And Hayden Harris probably with a little nod there. This is the other guy we said there are two 26-year-olds undrafted free agents. He's the second of the pair. Sent out LinkedIn very professional messages because he bet on himself. Grew up right here in Augusta, Georgia, went to Georgia Southern, and just said, you know, I've got what it takes. And he is proving it so far in AAA Gwinnett.
So cool. He's really taken a nice step forward. I saw him in the fall league. Command can be an issue, but has a chance to be a lefty reliever. How about the fact that both he and Jonah Tong were draft league participants and are now here pitching in the futures game? Jonah Tong, a 7th-round pick. Hayden Harris, like you said, non-drafted free agent.
And he has had a year this year, a sub-1 ERA. You take a look at what he brings to the plate overall. Really big on that fastball. But his battery mate for the beginning of the season in AAA, a gift. 10-year veteran James McCann. Do you know who he said he learned the most from? His other teammate, Craig Kimbrell.
Well, you're going to learn with two of those guys, right?
They know how to do it, and that's where he wants to get. And he's just got up to AAA not that long ago. People do not see that fastball at all.
James McCann now in the big league squad with the Arizona Diamondbacks.
And you talk about top-notch, top to bottom. How about that? Top to bottom, a nice strikeout for Hayden Harris. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th here in Atlanta.
Whatever the moment,
Make it a cocktail. On the Rocks, bartender-created cocktails.
Limu Limo at your service. Here to help you save hundreds by customizing your car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Probably should have gone the other way.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Zoe?
Yeah. From meeting for coffee
Megan, I love you.
to meeting the family. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit and rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
At Meinekes, they do brakes, tires, oil, engines, alternators, head gaskets, crumple pods, Zernisfarbs, triple beams, and Yeti grips. I don't know that much about cars. I only trust Meineke with Meineke.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
At Firestone Complete Auto Care, we believe that if you can't back the work, you shouldn't be doing it. That's why our brake and alignment services are backed with a 12,000-mile limited warranty. That's 12,000 miles of confidence. Call us to book your appointment today.
The 2025 All-Star Futures Game is brought to you by T-Mobile, the best network in the game, now the best network in America. And National League with a little pop in the 4th inning, a 3-run home run. They would tack another for good measure thanks to Owen Casey. 4-2 advantage, and Sal Stewart and took over at third base earlier. We'll get his first at-bat. First pitch swinging and a sky mile out towards right. Catch made, and Stewart retired, one away.
First pitch swinging right there on a fastball.
Bold play or no?
I mean, I think that's what you should do in this set,
Right,
right?
absolutely.
Like,
You get a fastball,
look for
you gotta
a
go.
fastball swing. Like,
And you're going to get a guy in Hopkins who's going to throw it, right? It's 97 to 98 miles an hour.
It's Brody Hopkins on the mound. Alfredo Duno now at the plate.
They think this
Austin, can I get
and
four?
Hopkins, Brody Hopkins, they think he's going to be, what, 8th and 9th inning guy?
I think so.
I mean, he's got it, right?
Yeah. I mean,
And he hasn't
getting it
thrown
right
the
there.
slider yet. I mean, I think that's his best pitch, personally.
It is crazy to see how far the game has come. And you were even breaking this down earlier. It was so fastball heavy for so long. And now you used to hear guys who would come back from pitching in Korea or Japan and they learned how breaking ball heavy it is over there. And then they'd come back here and they set everybody down because you weren't used to seeing that. And that started to bleed in over here in the States. You're seeing so many different pitches with movement.
Take your time, take your time, take your time.
Tough one there for Duno.
89 years old. Duno out of Miranda, Venezuela. You know, I asked him, I said, who's your guy? He said, Salvador Perez. And he's got so much about him, right? The way he carries himself, all fun and games. You come here, a lot of times you're quiet because you're kind of shy. You don't want to.
Especially a guy this young, still at the lower levels.
Right?
Yeah.
He was the opposite. He was having a good time, talking with everybody.
Now towards third base, in hand for White, who connects across the diamond. And Duno retired, 2 down.
There's a slider. Hopkins made some really big strides last year with his overall command, where I think the Rays are not giving up hope that he has a chance to start. But the power stuff in shorter stints is really going to play up.
J.J. Weatherholt back up. Now, we had heard he had a chance just with availability. You look at guys with different positions. He had the chance to really play through this whole game. He's gone from DH to second base so far today, but up in AAA. And what I like to see here is you don't see a lot of guys coming from Maryland, and suddenly you get Jackson Merrill with the Padres. J.J. Weatherholt, a chance to do it for himself, but just a little tiny state. You're kind of picking and choosing where your facilities are. You've got the Cal Ripken field that he's built a league of his own, but as we heard Chipper break down how Florida and Georgia are starting to really build this talent, you've got little places here and there that just have pockets. Back out in front, it'll be Hopkins' ball, and on, just get it done yourself. How about it? Pitchers or athletes, a 1-3 play, as it's a 1-2-3 order for the NL to the final inning here at the Futures game.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, now serves up the all-new Big QP for just $10.99. And that's 85% more beef than some quarter-pound burger. Yeah, hey, fast food, this is how you value meal. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Yeah?
I fell.
Okay, there's bandages in the cabinet.
I'm bleeding.
Grab 2.
Sheba, what cats want.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators, losing steam, losing sweat. The solution? A drink that hydrates better than water and changed the game forever.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Keep on nailing and never miss it back. Enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Lights, camera, swagger. Baseball's best to ride in style.
We got Paul Skeens, Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge are the man.
As All-Star Week rolls out the red carpet for the Midsummer Classic.
Everywhere you go, I think you should match the city, match the vibe.
It's a red carpet vibe you don't want to miss. And it's only on MLB Network. The All-Star Red Carpet Show, presented by Deer Park. Tuesday, live at 2 Eastern.
All right, as we head to the 7th inning here, Carson Weisenhunt on the mound. See their number 2 overall Giants prospect from the left side. And he'll get Tommy White to start things off here. You kind of like this matchup a little bit.
But I felt like Tommy White every time I saw him at LSU was an RBI.
Tommy Tanks.
This should be Tommy RBIs. I mean, it was what is it, 100 plus RBIs in LSU?
Well, you know what the easiest way to get an RBI? Just drive yourself in.
He did that. NC State and at LSU.
And for the A's, they are just thrilled to have this guy. You see that 2nd-round pick last year out of St. Petersburg. Whew. And some big-time power there. A little battle of the Bay to get things started, but a strikeout to White.
Thank you, bro.
So we've got another great guest with us here live on the mic. Sal Stewart, we heard you're giving a little grief to our guy over here in Yonder Alonso. Listen, we love it though. Remind him he's a little young, right?
Say it again, I'm sorry?
He's a little young still, right? Yonder's
he looks
good.
good. Look at that head of hair he's got. He looks handsome.
Well, now I feel personally attacked.
Man, what's happening over here, man?
Sal doesn't really know me, but I am the anti-Yonder Alonso in terms of hair. We appreciate you joining us.
Oh, of course. Hey, don't hate his hair. He looks handsome in my opinion, at least.
Hey, Sal, man, you come up to bat. You've been thinking about all year about coming up to bat your first bat in the Futures game, and you just missed that fastball.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I had faced him one time this year in the season, and he's got his heater. It gets in there. It's a little sinker. I didn't want to roll it over, so I tried getting under it, and just missed it right there. It was a good swing, but it's all right.
How much fun is this for you, huh?
Oh, my gosh. I'm having a blast. I actually, like, whatever I thought it was going to be, it was that times, like, 3. Here you go, brother.
Okay.
We love to see it.
What's been your favorite part?
Honestly, I'm going to say hanging out with the guys, man. I've actually met a lot of great people here, super cool guys, so I hope they're all-stars pretty soon.
We're going to have a mound visit, so I get to get a very unserious question while you jog in.
Get everybody else. Yeah.
Sal, have you eaten at Clumpy's Ice Cream in Chattanooga?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Clumpy's Ice Cream in Chattanooga.
Hold on.
You're good. It's got a little business. We've got a pitching change here. We'll be back with more after the break.
Sorry. When your manager's Chipper Jones, you don't talk when he speaks.
Mom! Yeah?
I fell.
Okay, there's bandages in the cabinet.
I'm bleeding.
Grab 2.
Sheba, what cats want.
In a Jurassic world, every Jeep vehicle is Jurassic rated. Experience open-air freedom for all. Unsurpassed towing, no matter what it is. Or a third row to fit in all the adventure. Jeep, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Right now, with Employee Pricing Plus, purchase and get an average of $7,000 below MSRP on select 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee gas models in stock. Hurry, this great offer will become extinct July 31st.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
I can ask, but he's not going to. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big QP, fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Where's my mother gonna... Oh, no. Is this the episode with the breakup? Reba, we can't agree on the house. Y'all need Realtor.com. With over 500,000 new listings every month, you could find the one today. This could be it. Better put a key ring on it. Realtor.com.
And we're back here. Pitching change in the top of the 7th. A reminder, both of these managers, Marquise Grissom and Chipper Jones, they do want to make sure all of their futures guys get a chance to play. And we've got a security guy in right field who is not aware that we have resumed the game. So he's got to get off so we can close the gate and resume here for Wellington Herrera to take over on the mound.
Hey, Sal, who's the guy that you met this go around here that you were just like, wow, I can't believe I just met him?
Probably Ken Griffey today.
How was that? What was that like?
Man, I was walking by and it kind of startled me. I just saw Ken Griffey to my left. I was kind of a kid and I said, hey, that's Ken Griffey. Kind of fanboyed there a little bit, but it's all right.
That's the
correct, what did Griffey? Did Griffey respond back to you?
Yeah, he said, yeah, that's me.
He can confirm. I mean, just the fact that you walked onto the mound and Chipper Jones was there, that's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I was trying to talk to you guys, but when the Hall of Famer Chipper Jones is talking, you stay shut until he's done.
I wanted to ask you something because you talked to him behind the cage during batting practice, and he actually made a point of bringing that up to us, that you sought him out. What did you try to talk to Chipper about?
Well, I mean, honestly, Chipper is one of the best hitters. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
What a play. Yeah, honestly, Chipper's been one of the best hitters of all time, so I'd be dumb not to ask him questions.
Well, get your questions in. We have got 3 more outs to play here in the Futures game. Brilliant catch in center field. That'll make your skipper happy.
It started. It's the side hug. Tween milestones like this may start at age 9.
HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then, too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for others, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Welcome.
Now, as the dad cab, it's my cue to help protect them.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
People love how the new Homes.com helps them get quick answers about any property by connecting them to the actual listing agent.
I'm getting great exposure! Speaking of exposure, can we get him a hat?
Ooh, what about a beret?
Oh, ding dong!
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
I feel like I lose track of at least $500 a month.
Yeah, maybe that's because you still use spreadsheets. Haven't you heard of Rocket Money?
No, but you're probably going to cut me off and tell me if
it's an app that tracks your spending in real time, lowers bills, and helps you find and cancel sneaky subscriptions.
Sign me up.
Stay on track with your finances and download Rocket Money today.
I remember I got my first turtle box. I thought this was the best present I've ever got. As soon as I turned it on, I was like, this thing slaps, this thing bangs. It's got a good bass, turned it all the way up. It's an essential for what I do as a professional athlete.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Bottom of the 7th, and a reminder, you do play the full 7 here. You get these guys a chance. So it'll be Gage Jump on the mound. The #1 athletics prospect gets a chance to pitch against the #1 prospect for the Padres in Leo DeVries.
Yeah, Jump has made a large leap in terms of what he's been able to do. This is his first full season. He's already at the upper levels of the minors. He can really pitch. We're talking full assortment of pitches. 3 of them are at least above average, and he throws a ton of strikes.
Yeah, that's there.
There's your first one. Nice work with his battery mate Jensen. Again, a 4-2 National League lead, but you want some of these guys to get that opportunity.
Yes.
Well, it's a 7-inning game. You've got 9 or 10 pitchers. You want to, especially in that regard, you want to make sure everyone at least touches the mound for a batter.
And that was, both managers' goals. I got to get everybody in the game.
Exactly. They said it would kill them to leave anybody back without at least a chance. Oh, and that's a nasty strike out there for Gage Jump.
You had those both there, right?
And so we told you earlier, DeVries batted because he came in to pinch run because Connor Griffin got hit by a pitch. Sandy Charles has an update for how he's doing.
Hey, Mel, yes, great news. Connor Griffin is back in the dugout. He came out smiling, and he is okay. The best news all day.
That is all you need to hear for a prospect. Any prospect, really. Is this one on the ground right back to third and wrap it up tidy for Owen Casey. And so before you see the final out here, they did have one more pitcher warming up for the American League. So for Gage Jump, gets the 2 outs and pass it off to your final guy.
He's got a look on his face like, that was fast. He's too efficient.
Not only fast, but the Oakland A's right now must be ecstatic, right? Not too much workload. He did his job. He did his thing. That's great.
Back with the final arm after this.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
With e-inspection, Meineke checks my auto and sends photos of the parts that need work. There are rarely any surprises. So I added a few. Surprise! I only trust Meineke with Meineke.
Selling a car is a big deal. You've had some big moments. Okay, and some wrong turns. But when you're ready to sell, Car Gurus is a big help. Get multiple offers instantly, so you choose the best deal. Car Gurus, the #1 most visited car shopping site.
Get up to $280 off a set of 4 eligible tires during Firestone's Great Big Tire Sale.
I think the perfect tire for the customer is the one that the customer truly needs.
Book now at Firestone Complete Auto Care.
I remember I got my first turtle box. I thought this was the best present I've ever got. As soon as I turned it on, I was like, this thing slaps, this thing bangs. It's got a good base, turned it all the way up. It's an essential for what I do as a professional athlete.
Well, so far, the biggest difference in this one is a big home run for DePaula. You look at this today, 108.5. Behind some big names. How about Pete Alonso, Sam Huff? We knew the power they were capable of. Of course, Matt Wallner at 115.8. Absurd just a few years ago. But National League in line here for their 3rd consecutive win under this NLAL format. And again, they will go to their final pitcher for the American League side of things. And it'll be the Baltimore prospect Keegan Gillies to wrap things up.
Reliever only fastball slider combination. He's been really effective. It must be weird to come in to a game. Maybe you're used to closing out a game, but not usually when the home team is already winning. But you come in with the same mindset. Comes out of the bullpen. He's going to try to fill up the zone.
Out of Medieri, the 27-year-old is the oldest here at the Futures game, just promoted about a week ago. And Esmeralyn Valdez will get the at-bat.
You look at Gillies coming out of Tulane, right? It just feels like once every 3 or 4 years there's a really good pitcher coming out of Tulane.
Ball. And a ball there. And it's fitting, he's Green Wave. He gets to wear the green cap today. We'll send a little nod back to them.
Very nicely done. Valdez is a really interesting Pirates prospect who kind of has built a profile just in the last couple of years. Hit a bunch of homers last year, swung and missed a lot. This year came out, made some adjustments, making better swing decisions. And that's why he's up in Double-A now. And suddenly, like, we may have something here.
Yeah,
a guy with it's going to be power over hit, but he's getting to that power.
He lifts this one out towards center field, but not enough power. Bradfield comes in, and the organization mates close this one out. A 4-2 win for the National League. Again, their third consecutive over the American League after switching from the U.S. to Worlds format, thanks to a Josue De Paula home run in the 4th inning. And Yonder, you were on target. You said, man, you've got to see his power, so he let you know.
Yeah, 1 for 3 RBI day. I tell you what, he probably woke up at 8:30 in the morning and said, I'm going to be a game difference, right? That's who I am. That's who I am. I've always been built like that. My mindset is ready for that. And today, he definitely delivered.
I got to ask you, between him and Sal Stewart, who's coming out with the more swag on that team? That's what I kept hearing. That team had swag.
Both teams had great swag.
They did.
But De Paula was just, from the minute you walk into the clubhouse, you can feel the swag from this guy. This guy's going to be not only a futures game kind of guy that we're always going to be talking about, but for many All-Stars, I would think De Paula is going to be there.
Oh, I think so. I think, even hearing him talk about his approach, he wasn't I'm going to be a game changer, so I'm swinging out of my shoes at the first thing I see. He read what he was getting and figured out that after getting back-to-back sliders, he might get a third slider, and he did not miss it.
It was
very impressive. Staying within himself while knowing that he had the ability to do what he did.
Well, and it speaks because we talk about guys pick one pitch and hunt it. And Chip Rose said you sit on the fastball. But he goes, I didn't even know what this guy had, because you don't have him coming up, hey, this is what the new pitcher is. So he goes, I saw one slider, had no idea. I saw a second slider, And that third one, you pick up the body language. Sorry to the fan who took it tough there, but
it was the beauty of it, the two-hand finish. How much fun was that? The electric after he was coming around first base, kind of letting everybody know I'm that guy.
Sorry to Mama De Paula.
Yeah, he did apologize to Mom, but I think Mom's going to be very happy after this game, though.
He got caught up in the moment.
As they should.
As they should. These guys want to win. He wanted to do something on the national stage. He has that kind of 1,000-watt personality, as we said, and he didn't miss the moment.
Yeah, you let the kids be kids, you let the game play, and we just hope that both of these sides, it's such a cliche, but we really do hope both teams had fun here, because this is what it's all about. They get that first taste of a big league stadium. And they're going to get the big awards going now. He'll, of course, take home MVP. And you see these guys here again, coaches with a chance to learn from the players. That's what they said was the biggest format. They get to learn from the young guys. And we have got Sandy Charles downstairs with that home run hitter, De Paula.
We are here to present the Larry Doby Award to the MVP of the 2025 All-Star Futures Game. I'm joined by Ken Griffey Jr. and also by Larry Doby Jr. and Ted Kirby, the son and nephew of Larry Doby. We are pleased to announce that Josue De Paula is a 2025 recipient of the Larry Doby Award. Congratulations on behalf of the Atlanta Braves and Major League Baseball. Josue, 3-run home run. How much fun did you have circling the bases?
I had a lot of fun. The emotions I can't really explain. It's just crazy. It was a crazy moment for me, doing it in front of Dad. And I just thank God for the opportunity. And I just want to say sorry. I said some things I shouldn't have, but the emotions overtook me. I thank God for the opportunity.
What were you trying to showcase with this opportunity?
I wasn't trying to do anything extra. I just tried to come out here and do what I know how to do, and I got the results, so thank God.
A lot of top prospects out here. How special was it to share this stage with them?
It was amazing. I don't think you could see this much talent on the field at one time, all the time, so I think take advantage of it.
Congratulations. What does this award mean to you?
It means a lot. It's going up at my room. It's going straight to my dad right now. Yeah.
What's a message to your dad?
Pati, bye.
Está bien, viejo.
Congratulations.
And a big-time award there for DePaula, and we've heard it. They were all so star-struck to see guys like Ken Griffey Jr. down there. Both sides, the coaches and the players, appreciating each other today.
The emotional side of it is what I love about this. A young player right now who's getting his first taste into a big league atmosphere, right? Getting to meet a bunch of people. Look, I don't think we're going to see the last of DePaula. I think we're going to see many more home runs from that beautiful swing. But you can't just take away this. I mean, this is what it's the most important. Him being able to talk to his dad after winning the most valuable player and then taking a picture with Ken Griffey Jr.
Well, if he's down there, you have to.
Getting the award from Ken Griffey Jr. I mean, that's what this is about. The reins, not just of the Hall of Famers, but his fellow Futures gamers. They all take something from each other. I know, people who love prospects, this is a kid in the candy store kind of moment. And it was clear that for someone like Jose DePaula and everyone we talked to today, they had the same exact attitude that you don't get the opportunity to do something like this very often, and they soaked it all up, every last bit of it.
Well, again, congratulations to the American League and the National League 2025 Futures teams. Unbelievable game here today as the NL takes it 4-2 right here at Truist Park. For Yonder Alonso, Jonathan Mayo, Sandy Charles, our wonderful Major League crew, this is Melanie Newman. Thanks for tuning in to the All-Star Futures game. Hope you enjoyed the highlights, the fireworks. Get ready to see these guys in the big leagues at a field near you.
Welcome to MLB Tonight, presented by Meineke. I'm Matt Namverk, and it's great to have you with us. Fantastic job at Melanie Newman and friends there at the Futures game. Let's get you caught up on Major League Baseball, including Garrett Crochet, the Red Sox hosting the Rays.